Welcome to the Ice Guys Live Betcast, Wednesday, June 22nd. We're ready for Game 4 of the NHL Stanley Cup Final. Ian Cameron, but we've got an old friend of ours joining us right off the top. Not wasting any time, the Betcast here on this Wednesday night. We've got Eddie Lack, who was with us on our playoff shows earlier in the playoffs, joining us on the road, in transit right now. Eddie, what's going on?
Hey, guys. How are you? You know, I'm excited. I'm excited to see the game tonight.
Oh, we're definitely excited for Game 4. Doesn't it feel like this is the most important game of the series? Colorado goes to 3-1 up. Tampa's fucked as far as I'm concerned. Tampa wins tonight. We got a whole new series.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've been saying to people all day. I kind of feel like this is the game that's going to decide the series here. And Tampa haven't lost a series in like 2.5 years here. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see.
We got you. I don't know if he can hear us, Eddie, but he was talking. I heard you. Can you hear me, Eddie?
Are you waiting for me? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry. No, I didn't know you were done speaking. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I haven't drank anything yet. It's not me, drunk already. Let's wait till the third period before that happens.
Yeah.
Who do you think? Do you think Nathan McInnis? I'm going to throw this out at you right away because I said it on the show today. Nathan McInnis is starting to get bugged by the media about not scoring yet in this series. 3 games with no goals for him. Does this feel like the night Nathan McInnis explodes? Because I really do think he's going to score tonight, find a way.
Yeah. I mean, it is tough keeping him off the score sheet for this long, like he's such a good player. But then again, do you bet against the best goalie for the last 3 playoffs in a row? I mean, it's really tough. I still stick with my gut that Tampa's gonna win this series. I know that everyone was kind of panicking after the first two games here, but I still think they have a really good shot here.
Yeah, no doubt they do it. And again, they got back into the series in Game 3. You've got Vasilevsky getting his confidence back. We got to admit, he played a whole hell of a lot better in Game 3. We'll see if he can carry that over into Game 4. It's funny because when Eddie was on with Casey Nelson a couple of weeks ago, he did deliver a very funny John Tortorella story. And I bring that up because John Tortorella just got hired, of course, by the Philadelphia Flyers. He's going to be adding a few more chapters to that book of John Tortorella stories, Eddie, that you got a nice story from that book for us on the show a few weeks ago. There's going to be a few more chapters added to that book once he's done with Philly, isn't he?
Yeah. And I heard Biz talk a little bit. It's like the league is more fun when John Tortorella is in it. So we definitely haven't seen the last of Torts here. So yeah, it's gonna be really interesting. He's got a historically gritty, dirty team that he's taking care of now. Two, right? And I feel like those two are gonna gel very, very well together.
And Cam Atkinson can't get away from the guy. Of course, Cam Atkinson with the Philadelphia Flyers was with John Tortorella with Columbus for that time. So a guy that knows him very well. It's probably going to help, with the transition, bringing Tortorella into the Flyers that Atkinson played for him for years. It's like, hey, listen here, Travis Konechny. Listen here, Ivan Provorov. You know what we're getting into now with John Tortorella. Here's what to expect. Expect some shitstorms.
Yeah.
Here. Yeah, I'm sure Atkinson's warning his teammates about that right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be interesting seeing what's going to happen in the off season now too. I mean, there's been talk for years that Johnny Gaudreau might come back, might go to Philly. He might go to New Jersey. I mean, even a year ago, I think everyone in Calgary expected him to be gone, you know, but the rumblings that I'm hearing from up there is that he might stay now. So yeah, I mean, I don't really know what's gonna happen, but does Johnny Gaudreau fit into John Tortorella's coaching style? I mean, I don't think I've seen him block a shot in like the last 7 years, you know. So yeah, it's
that ain't gonna fly with Torts.
Definitely interesting what's gonna happen there too.
Yeah, no doubt. We got Alex B. Smith, my Ice Guys colleague, with us. Alex, come on in.
Hey, Eddie, how you doing, man? Good to meet you.
What was that? Sorry.
Oh, I said no. I said
hey,
good to meet you, Eddie. Yeah.
Good to meet you.
Yeah.
Were you on the day when he was on? We weren't. I don't think.
No, I wasn't. No, that was the day I wasn't on. So yeah, it's good to officially meet you. I've obviously watched you for years. Remember your days when you started? You played for the Wolves for a couple seasons, and of course had a great NHL career. So good to have you on the show. Yeah, getting ready for them tonight too. They're getting ready to call the Cup final. So yeah.
All right, so Eddie, if you're
1-1 in games now too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Game three started about an hour ago. So, yep.
Yeah, Alex is a Chicago guy. Loves his Chicago teams.
That's awesome. My wife is from Chicago, so I still follow all the Chicago sports teams and everything.
Oh, nice. Oh, wonderful.
There you go. You got another. So there's a reason. You know, it's there's the common thread here. Alex P. Smith, Eddie Lack. Reasons to cheer for Chicago. Right there. Now, do you despise Chicago teams, Eddie, or do you just try to make it look like you'd like them for your wife's sake? What's the real deal here?
Well, my first game that I played against Chicago as a Canuck, she had a sign in the stand, and it said, "I traded red and black for Eddie Lack."
Okay, nice.
So no, like she always gave me shit and everything because like the Blackhawks were so good when we started dating and everything, and she's like, "Well, like I'm kind of cheering for the Blackhawks, you know, we're a dynasty." She always said, and I'm like, well, like shit, your like future husband is playing for like the Canucks, like show some loyalty here.
Yeah, that had to be tough, especially around that time, of course. Like I said, yeah, like some good playoff series, of course, between those two teams, and during that time, for sure. So.
Yeah, but like finally the Canucks slay the dragon, and then I think it was over. So
took fucking long enough for them to do it. That's for sure.
Yeah, I know. It sure did.
It sure did. Okay, people are asking in the chat, first goal. This is fun, especially with Eddie here with us here on the Betcast at the beginning here. First goal scorer tonight. And I do have a couple of opinions. I like McKinnon. I said this is a McKinnon night for me. I think he's finally going to get off the schneid. I like McKinnon, first goal scorer for Colorado. I'd probably go with I'm probably going to go with Palat, my guy, for Tampa Bay, just because he's been terrific, and I've been betting him to score a point in every game, and it's been working out very nicely for me. Eddie, we'll start with you. Either team, Colorado, Tampa Bay, or you can pick one from each team. First goal scorer, who are you going with?
Yeah, I think that Colorado has definitely been the better starter team and coming out hot in all three games here. So I think still think Colorado's going to score first. I am going to go with my guy, Gabriel Landeskog, who had the first goal last game as well. So I'm going to stick with my Swedish connection.
There you go, Gabe Landeskog, who actually one of our guests during the Ice Guys playoff shows looked dead ringer for Gabe Landeskog. That would be Tyson Brower. If you go back and watch that show, you'd think it's a younger version of Gabe Landeskog. Seriously, the resemblance is absolutely crazy. But no doubt, I mean, Landeskog is always going to be in the middle. I think it's worth it. Power play point props. You'll get better prices with some of those guys. Landeskog, Rantanen, McKinnon, Makar as well. Get involved in the points here. I'm just going to quickly, because, we got two other people here. I don't want to take up too much time saying it also. This is going to be rapid fire here. Lehkonen point and goal. Nichushkin point -140, Nichushkin goal +225 and over his shots. McKinnon to score a goal, to score 2+ goals at 10-1. Power play point +130, over 4.5 shots. Rantanen to get a goal at +200. Landeskog over 3 shots on goal. Makar to get a goal and a power play point and over 3 shots on goal. I'm going to jump in on Kadri, even his first game back, a point -140 and a goal +200 in this one. Palat to score a point -140. You know I'd be betting that. Cirelli over shots on goal, over 1.5. He's gone over that 8 of the last 10. And to get a point +110. Hagel to get a point +170. Paul to get a point and a goal, +140, +350. Hedman over 2.5 shots on goal. Chernak, here's an interesting one. Chernak over 2.5 blocked shots. This guy is a shot blocking machine. I think Colorado's going to get a lot of opportunities. So there's a bunch of the player props that I'm liking. And McKinnon sprinkle on first goal. Palat sprinkle on first goal as well. Alex, props.
Yeah, I like McKinnon anytime to score +140, and I like Cale Makar 2 or more points +135. I didn't take a shot with the first goal scorer, but if I would, I'd probably go with Big Val. I mean, the way he's been starting off with these goals in the series, it's usually been pretty early. So that would be my shot for first goal prop. And then for the games, I'm on the first period over 1.5 -$1.35. I'm riding that again for the 4th straight game, and I like the Avalanche -$1.05. It was down to even money about an hour and a half ago. I like them to win here.
So, Eddie, there's winning the lottery, which pays you pretty well, and then there's playing your ass off and having a career season in a contract year, and that is like winning the lottery. And that's Valeri Nichushkin right now for Colorado. Isn't it amazing what he's doing?
Yeah, it's crazy, and like especially in this playoffs. I mean, he was good in the regular season, then he took another step here. I feel like yeah, I would bet on him. I bet heavily on the over in the last game, which paid off.
Yes,
about
3-0 to the over in the series. Yep.
Yeah, and it was already a done deal halfway through the game, and then the live over was at, I can't remember what it was at. It was over 8, so I bet that one too. So
that
no,
one was it pushed. If you got 8, it was a push.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically.
Yeah, exactly. So no, I still think that Kemper is like trying to kind of figure it out here. I don't think a Stanley Cup final is like the time to start figuring things out. So I like the over, and like I said before, I think Gabe Landeskog is going to add a goal as well.
There you go. Over, and Landeskog to score a goal. His fellow countryman, Eddie Lack, going with Gabe Landeskog there. We've got someone else joining us. We go from Eddie Lack's with us. We got Andrew Parent joining us from apparently a hotel, right? Is that what you said? You were joining us from a hotel tonight.
Coming live from the beautiful state of New Jersey. Thanks for having me, gentlemen.
Is that a little facetiousness there?
A little bit. I can't complain on a work trip for a few days, so
All right.
first world problems over here. But we got a beautiful big screen TV, hanging out with the boys, so glad to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to have you. Glad you could join us. Eddie, you're not missing a thing yet. They're doing the anthems, so nothing started yet. These games take forever. They're basically obsessed. It was NBC for years. Now it's ABC with these 8:20 Eastern starts. I mean, they got to start right on the minute at 8:20 for some reason. It's like, what's with the obsession for 8:20 starts?
Well, I think that's the thing. They want everybody to get in, get settled. I mean, they did with the NBA finals too. You know, it was 9:25 Eastern for basketball, but I think they just kind of get everything set up and everybody ready to roll. So
yeah, no doubt about that. And like I say, we're right on pace right now. It's 8:18 p.m. Eastern time, and basically we're like they're just finishing the anthem. The puck will be dropped in like 1 minute from now, right on 8:20. So we expect that. Andrew, in terms of this game, who do you like? What do you think it's going to transpire? Any bets? Any props you like? Go for it.
It's going to be a goaltending battle. I think we're going to see if Colorado's goaltender shows up tonight. Vasilevsky, of course, has shown moments of humanity throughout this series so far. Yeah. But I think last game he still wasn't perfect by any means, not his normal self, but just a matter of if Colorado can, reduce the prime scoring chances. What was it, game 2? I think they only had 16 shots or something like that. I mean, for them, I know they're a lower shooting team than Colorado, but 16 is not going to cut it, and even in game 12 of the regular season.
No, it won't. It won't. So I like that. Someone liking the under tonight. Which, look, are we really going to go over the total every game in this series? There's some skeptics out there that say we got to have an under at some point. Kemper's been good after getting pulled too. After a bad game. Let's see if he responds tonight. Kyle Forge has joined the Betcast. Kyle, what's up?
Hey guys, how are you?
Very good, very good. Congrats too on your podcast starting a new season. I see a new episode ended up going in or being uploaded earlier today. So congrats for that. I think we just almost, holy shit, we have a goal already. Just 36 seconds into the game. Tampa Bay. Oh shit.
Wow.
Tampa Bay in the first minute. I think it's Anthony Cirelli. Kemper's mask is off.
We got a mask off though. It's going to be interesting to see.
I'm going to say, see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, his mask became he lost his mask before
both straps are off. So
and it was definitely before the shot too. So it's going to be see how they rule this one.
Yeah, but is that reviewable? Yeah. Is that overturned?
That could be because he had to make a save without his mask. When his mask hits the ice, that's supposed to be an automatic dead whistle.
Yes. So automatic whistle. Exactly right. Yep. Wow, I've never seen a goal like that happen before in a situation like that where the goalie's no. It's a goal. That's the thing. It's not reviewable. If they miss it, they miss it.
Wow.
They really can't do much.
Colorado, they can't challenge that either?
No, not a reviewable. That's what I thought. Not a reviewable play.
Were you able to look that up, Ian, quickly, or are you just that sharp on the rules?
They would have absolutely challenged it if they could have.
That's been immediate.
It's not that I know 100%. I thought that was the case, and I didn't know 100% if it was, but I was pretty confident.
If that puck hits the post, it's automatically a dead whistle.
Yeah.
So as soon as the ref sees the mask off like that, it's an instant dead whistle. So it would have even if Cirelli had pulled back before he shot, that probably wouldn't have counted. It's the fact he got on the rebound is the reason.
Yeah. There is the verbiage too, and I'm assuming it probably applies to this, that if the player was in the act of shooting. But even, they just showed the highlight again here, and it looks like he stick handles once with the helmet off. He actually pulls it from his backhand to his forehand, actually giving space to be able to put it in. So
right. It looks like continuous motion, which would be enough for them to let it go and say good goal.
Wow, that's a stunning start. Kyle just joined us. I'm asking him about his podcast that he just uploaded, and congrats on the partnership. And it's interrupted by a goal here in the first minute. Crazy start, 1-0. They couldn't do anything. They're basically fucked, Colorado. They couldn't challenge it because you cannot challenge for the goalie's mask coming off before the shot. It's just not a play that you can review. Now this is going to be talked about in the off season with the competition committee. You just know.
Absolutely.
The list.
Yeah. You can add that to the list because someone just got screwed. Someone just got screwed because the goalie's mask came off and they didn't blow the play dead, and the goal was scored. They got to add that to the competition committee list of things to change in the rule book next year. You can see this coming from a mile away. That's going to happen.
Well, as someone who had the first period over, I will certainly take that goal that quickly.
I actually had a obviously disappointing, didn't work out in my favor, but one of the only positives of being in New Jersey is that I can use the Barstool Sportsbook, no free ads. But they had a Stanley Cup boost for McKinnon, Landeskog, Palat, or Stamkos to score the first goal plus 325, which would have been a tasty treat. But unfortunately, you can't win them all.
No, that's still a great. Like the boosts are like lottery tickets. Like I say, if you're going to bet some of these bet boosts the sports books promote, they're like lottery tickets.
Well, and then some of them don't make sense. Like they had one in the last round with Tampa Bay where it involved in the closeout game a shutout, and there's a couple other props. It was like 8-1. You could have bet just Vasilevsky to get a shutout at not plus 900. So sometimes they throw things in and they kind of screw you over the price. Just you have to really be careful with some of those boosts and some of those kind of creative parlays that books have.
No, I hear you, but I with McKinnon not scoring so far this series, I definitely thought that was a very high possibility, especially for 325.
Cheshire Cat hates Colorado. Either he hates Colorado or he really loves Tampa Bay because he's just been vicious with the Tampa Bay pro rhetoric and the anti-Colorado rhetoric. But that's okay. We can all cheer for who we want. That's for sure. But a good start for Tampa. They'll take it. Maybe a goal that shouldn't have. It is a goal that shouldn't have counted, but
yeah,
they'll take it. No question. 1-0 Lightning. And so we'll simmer down now. It looks like things have settled down a bit, and we can welcome Keith back for the second straight time on the Betcast. He was with us Monday. What's up?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good.
Going good.
Yeah, it's a crazy start. 1-0 already. And Colorado's been actually all over Tampa ever since then. And right now, shots are missing the net, though. They got
That's what we saw in Game 3 too. Every time Tampa scored, I mean, Colorado they're not hanging their heads. They're getting right back into the action, and moving the puck well. So.
Yep. Kyle, you talked about it when you were on the show with me the other day about, or whenever I think it was last week, about Makar scouting him. I mean, and talk about that experience a little. I mean, you know how good he obviously is.
Yeah, I mean, it's insane that he's still gotten better and he's still getting better too. I mean, like I kind of told you on the show, like he's doing the same thing he did in junior. Like he's skating end to end all the time through, elite level players and going top shelf on goalies. Like a defenseman shouldn't be able to do that easy in the NHL. I mean, it was one thing in the AJ and then in the NCAA, but now he's doing it in the NHL too. It's like, it's insane.
It is insane. And apparently they found out he just got into hockey late in his life. And then all of a sudden, like 2 years later, they're saying, holy shit, this guy's going to have some kind of talent down the road. It didn't take him long to develop like the skill set. I mean, it's just unbelievable how quickly, he was able to grab and get the skill set he has. There's no question. And Colorado with chances. Kadri had a chance. I think Vasi got a piece of it. So Kadri is definitely shaking off the kinks of being out for a period of time.
Yeah, he played a full shift there, tried to throw the body a little bit. He swung and missed behind the net, but yeah, it looks like he's full steam ahead. I mean, that's huge for Colorado to add to their depth, that's for sure.
Yeah, just going back to Cale Makar there. You guys listened to the Spit and Chicklets podcast where his UMass coach was talking about him? Yeah, and even at the NCAA level, it was 1 or 2 times a game he was still getting breakaways. It just it's next level speed.
Yeah.
It was wild. Half of his or maybe not half, but a few of his draft highlights, a few of the goals that he scored were against the team that I was scouting for. So we got some camera time, but I mean, wasn't the kind of camera time we wanted. That's for sure.
All in a negative light, or yeah. All on the highlight reel of the team being scored on, not the team doing the scoring. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And not to mention they were 10-1 games too. So.
Yeah. Wow.
Makar 6 points.
Yeah,
2 goals,
at least.
Bringing back nightmares for Kyle with that statement from Andrew.
Yeah. Thank God his last year in the league was my first year, so I didn't have to deal with him.
Yeah.
But
Kyle, are you still working and not doing some scouting stuff?
Not since COVID, really. When COVID first started, I was with Victoria in the BCHL, but there was nothing to scout, especially being out here in Alberta. I don't know, it was just weird I think I was the only scout out here, so I had really no points of contact. The AGM of the team was 17. So I was like, hey, this is stupid. I'll just wait till COVID's over and go back. But yeah.
So who were you actually working for, if you don't mind me asking?
Sorry?
Who were you working for, if you don't mind me asking?
Who was I? I started with the Calgary Mustangs, and then you mean with Victoria or
or who were you doing scouting for?
So I started with the Calgary Mustangs in the AJHL. I was with them for about 2.5 seasons, and then I went to Salmon Arm for a season, and then the season after that, I was with Victoria.
Awesome.
Grizzlies, not the Royals. Yeah. I had an opportunity to scout with Saskatoon in the dub, but they wanted me to leave my AJ team, the Mustangs. And at the time, I was able to travel with the team. Like, the team was in my city, so I got to, see a lot of the players a lot more, get to know them on more of a personal level and stuff like that. And I got to travel with the team. Free meal every 3-4 times a week was pretty nice being in college. So it's like, I'll take a free meal and not over the unpaid WHL scouting gig. So
right, saves you some gas money too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the choice was just staring at you pretty obviously there
Yeah.
at that point. Yeah,
exactly.
I really love having the betcast like this where you've first 30 minutes you got 5 people. I get to rest my voice for a little bit. That's nice.
For sure.
Very, very welcoming thing for me. It very is. Yeah.
Hey, Alex, MDR24 is asking you if you think the Avs are getting the next goal.
Yeah, I would look at that, but Atlanta $1.25. I'd like to get a little bit better price. That we've been seeing $1.10, $1.15 so far. With after Colorado goes down a goal, so that might adjust a little bit. But Colorado's buzzing right now. If they can kind of keep that pace going a little bit, I might take a small shot with that live.
Okay, here's some clarification from Elliot Friedman on Hockey Night in Canada. Apparently, in the rule book, it says if a team has a scoring chance, but even if the opposing goalie's mask comes off, they are allowed to follow through on the chance and play can continue.
Right. See, that's what I say. Yeah, continuous play. That's what I figured.
Yeah.
The rules.
Yeah. So that's just unfortunate. Like, obviously, I think if he had missed that shot that he had right after the mask came off, then they blow it dead.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But they let them follow on the chat. Sorelli over 1.5 shots already. So there you go. That's one of my props. And Vito liked that as well. I was noticing that his uptick in shooting the puck has definitely been there the last few games. Anthony Sorelli, and he is. I'm just going to confirm that, but I'm pretty sure we know he got the one shot on the goal he scored, but I do think he's already at a couple of shots here. Sorelli so far, 3. Yeah, 3 shots on goal already of the 6 for Tampa Bay from the stick of Anthony Sorelli.
That's huge. That's a good start.
It is.
Revenant WR asked what sports books, if any, allows you to bet
same game parlay. Yeah, I responded in the chat. I was telling them mostly BetMGM, DraftKings, FanDuel, Barstool, some of the newer American books kind of offer those same game parlays.
And then my little offshore nice secret world 365 as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was going to say, does Bet365, is that available in the U.S.?
New Jersey, and Ontario, basically.
Yeah. Time to get cracking 365. Get your ass to the entire United States. I mean, at some point, it's a phenomenal book for a lot of different sports, including hockey. Yep. Yeah, DK, MGM, good calls. Yep, you can definitely do it.
PointsBet is another one that has it. So.
Yep. It's basically all the ones that are in Ontario now. We've just basically rhymed off all these books that have just entered Ontario the last couple of months as well. We got to get Manitoba on going for Keith here, yeah, and Alberta.
I'm on Bet365. I don't have to do the verification stuff or anything like that.
Well, that's the good thing, yeah.
Yeah, but then like when I come to Ontario, like today, like I'm in Ontario, I go on there and it's like you're out of your region.
It's a different way, right? Yeah, you have the classic European 365 everywhere else, and then there's the Ontario version now. So
yeah,
it's just brutal. So I have to get like a buddy to sign in and place all my stuff for me because it's ridiculous.
Yeah, you can basically use 365 in every part of Canada, Keith, except Ontario, because Ontario is now in that regulated zone now. You can take Bet365 with you to Quebec, New Brunswick, PEI, Newfoundland, anywhere. Oh, great scramble there for Tampa, coming close, but Kemper gets the oven mitts on it and is able to hang on for a face-off. Tampa, I'm telling you what, Colorado, a couple of great flurries there, didn't get anything, and then one chance for Tampa. You're worried in a spot like that, they pot one, and it's 2-0, just like that.
Once again, but we're seeing that furious pace in the first 10 minutes of the game. Everything leaning toward the over. Like I said, I felt like an under would be in play if Tampa wins this game and the series gets tied 2 apiece. That's when I think we start seeing the more defensive style, especially with the West, kind of the way that Tampa's been playing. throughout the last couple of postseasons. They locked down even more defensively later in the series than earlier. But as of right now, it doesn't seem to be the case.
No doubt. Panel's thoughts on starting Kemper again. What do you guys think? Oh, we'll go around the horn. We'll go with Alex first. Kemper's. I think you had to. It's just
you had to. Although you worry about him because obviously with what happened last series, they said he was feeling those concussion-like symptoms. Sometimes when you have a head injury like that, you can have good days and bad days, and you don't get wrong just by getting bumped into or moving the wrong way. So that's something you kind of wonder about. Maybe that's something that possibly could have happened to him in the last game, but you had to still give him the start the way he had been kind of rolling along. You don't want to just abandon ship with him. Francouz is capable to come in if you need him to as a backup, but I think starting Kemper is the right move.
Yeah, you don't abandon after one bad game. Exactly. When he's actually had a good track record of bouncing back this year, Kemper. Same. It looks like you agree, Andrew, right?
Yeah, he's just such a better. I mean, call it what it is. He's a better goaltender. Simple as that. He's got more experience. In the playoffs, people play hurt. Concussion stuff obviously can be a little different, I'm sure, for a goaltender with focusing and things like that. But I mean, if he's 75%, I think he's the better option handily. One just like Alex said, one bad game's not enough to take him out there.
Yeah, and he's back in tonight. Kyle, what about you? Do you agree with Kemper starting?
Yeah, I totally agree with that, with everything those guys just said. You can't take him out at this point. If his eye was still bothering him, then maybe. But I mean, the Cup final, he's a hockey player. He's going to battle through it.
Yeah, exactly right. And Keith, you're okay with Kemper?
Decision or not, but
yeah, I mean, I get it, but honestly, I'm more of a bigger Francouz fan. I think he doesn't get the spotlight as much as he should, and he does a lot for that team, especially when Kemper's down and stuff like that throughout the year. So in my eyes, I honestly think he's the better goalie, but yeah, I guess you're going to kind of ride who's hot, and you don't want to start sending mixed messages to your team this late in the playoff run. So
that's a good point. You don't want to. You want to be consistent, and you're right. He's been a bounce back goal. He's been your starter all year. He had one bad game. You at least give him one chance to bounce back and be better, and they've obviously done that tonight with Kemper. Still 1-0, by the way. 7. They actually removed one of the 2 shots for Colorado. They're back down to just 1 shot on goal so far in this opening period. So 7-1 Tampa are the shots, and it's 1-0 Lightning halfway through the period. Cheshire Cat, welcome.
What's up? And that is what's fucking up, dude. That's sick. I love how they just came out strong like that.
Yeah, which we weren't sure of. We thought maybe Colorado, after losing, right, Game 3, they'd be the ones maybe throwing the first haymaker. And there's Tampa in the first minute getting on the board. Controversially, but still, they got on the board first.
Come on, man. Yeah. I don't know. It's about as controversial.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You're waiting on the lightning pom-poms.
Mike Smith.
I forgot about that. Sorry, my bad.
Mike Smith was like, oh, my God, a goal. How'd that happen? Well, what was illegal? Something bad happened. No, I don't know. I'm stoked for Tampa Bay. I thought that they would be able to start building momentum and come up with a different game plan. You're talking about that today on Ice Guys. I like that. How John Cooper came up with a plan of how to go against the Avalanche. And I think you're seeing it play out. Everybody talks about the Avalanche's depth, but TBL has some depth too. Just some of these guys, some of these guys aren't like the hottest new thing. Like Maroon, for example, isn't like a hot piece of ass, for example, but he's serviceable and he's really talented and he gets shit done.
I mean, there's a reason this is his 4th straight Cup final. Like obviously, he's a guy who can, do the things that are needed to help a team win for sure. So, like I said, the depth is good on both sides. And honestly, something I said at the beginning of the series, both coaches are great, but Cooper, as far as making adjustments, I mean, we've seen it in the last 2 postseasons. He's one of the best in the game, making adjustments period by period and game by game. So, that's really one of the strengths of Tampa. Even when they get down in a game, get down in the series, they have one of the better coaches in the league to make those proper adjustments.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's been really hard. It's been hard for me this week, like hearing everybody talk about the Avalanche are going to sweep and all this other stupid shit. And I'm like, no, chill. Let's just chill out for a second. Okay. There's a lot of games to play here. Tampa Bay goes down sometimes in series and they can fight their way back into it. And they will, man. They're gritty as hell. They're really gritty.
I think
They
that
are.
winning Game 3 made a huge difference with everyone's opinions.
Yeah.
I think 7-0 going back home and to come out and win like that, I think that completely changes momentum. And the other thing too is people continually talking about, is Tampa eventually going to get tired? And they're still hanging, they're still grinding. All the extra games they've played these last few years, you got to give them a lot of credit, regardless of what happens here, for the amount of extra hockey they've played the last few years.
Alex is
It's
thinking
nice
what
to meet
I'm
you
thinking,
guys,
by the way. Asking, what's everyone drinking? It's that time. It's a TV timeout. This is my second beer on the Betcast. I've already done one, so this is a second. We've got Pink Whitney. We've got Long Island iced tea in the coffer for later.
Nice.
We've got lots rocking.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great
some-
night.
ORS and caffeine.
I got the
I'm trying to
MGD.
rehydrate.
I got the MGD. I got the Pink Whitney, but I'm doing a shot of Svedka right now, and this is for my friend Katie. Today's her birthday, so happy birthday, Katie! I told her I would give her a shout out and do a shot of this for her on air. So cheers there to her, and
There
cheers
we go. To
all you
Katie.
guys.
All right,
Yeah.
to Katie. Hope you're doing well, Katie. There you go. Salute. Cheers. Slancha, all that stuff. Nazdarovia, all that, whatever
Nazdarovia, yeah,
language
yeah.
you speak. Yeah.
So while we
What to
got a
do-
commercial break here, anyone shocked by the awards? I don't think.
How bad they were?
The
The
production was
presentation?
absolutely awful. The audio you could barely hear. I thought one of the speakers in my bedroom TV went out last night watching it.
The last
two
joke was
best.
pretty funny.
I was gonna say the
I
two
like the
best
last
jokes
joke.
of the night.
It's nice
the two
to see
best
the
jokes of the
Leafs
night.
win something in June.
Yeah, and then
That's
it was
true.
an
Yeah.
excellent joke, and then ESPN goes and quickly cuts off and goes right to their next show. And then at the beginning of the monologue, the best joke that Keenan Thompson had was literally them replaying a joke from 2 years ago, talking about how Tampa Bay blew it after winning 62 games in the regular season. They get swept in the playoffs. So it was just kind of a mess overall. But I think, as far as who won the awards, I think everything went well. Nothing shocking. Everybody's like, Roman Yossi got robbed. As good of a season as he had, I mean, Kel McCarr has just been absolutely electric too. He could go either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it?
I was kind of hoping Zegras was going to get the Calder, though.
Yeah, me too, because I bet it before the season. Didn't happen. But I can't complain. I had Shesterkin at 20-1 for the Vezina, which was just terrific. Just
That's
phenomenal
good, yeah.
to see that. Yeah.
Well done.
Makes up for getting robbed by losing Gerard Gallant for the Jack Adams.
That's the one I had. I
Yeah.
missed that. I had 12-1 on that. So
I thought he should have won that, but we'll give it to Sutter.
I think the only one that was really in the air, at least in my opinion, was the Norris.
Yeah. A lot of debate there. McCarr, I can't argue with McCarr, quite honestly. He had a phenomenal year. I know Yossi had an incredible season too. You can't diminish what he did. He had an all-time great offensive season for him, and in general, the offensive season he had was phenomenal. Oh, what a save just now, Vasilevsky on Big Val, right at the side of the net. Wow. So this looks like good maybe not just good, maybe excellent Vasilevsky so far tonight.
One shot on goal for Colorado. Holy shit.
Well, 2 now after that Nichushkin chance. Yeah, they just put on the second shot. But you're right. I mean, shots are what's happened here. First 2 games, pucks were getting through before Tampa could react. Now they're having trouble getting anything through.
I had a problem with one thing I heard today. It was just about how Vasi is sealing the game. The last game, Tampa Bay had 27 blocked shots.
Yeah.
27.
Yeah.
And the Avs only had 12.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not just Vasi. I mean, they're doing a lot of shit on the ice too.
Oh yeah, no, the blue liners in front and even the forwards too. I mean, there's guys giving up the body night after night for Tampa throughout this postseason. So Vasilevsky deserves a ton of credit, but the guys in front of him, they're doing what they need to do as well. Agreed.
Vasi's great. He is really good.
What a save there, Vasilevsky too, right off the faceoff. Absolutely amazing. So, yeah, it's just been just absolutely phenomenal here. This start for Tampa Bay. They couldn't have asked for better. They get the opening goal in the first minute, and they really haven't let Colorado get much toward the net. And look at the blocking of the shots too. Again, Stamkos just diving in front of a blocked shot. on that last shift. That's the captain, leading by example. The old saying, general leads, the troops will follow. And when people see Stamkos doing that, teammates see Stamkos doing that, they're going to follow suit.
Yeah, according to the box score right now, it's saying Tampa 5 blocks, Colorado 4.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Just changed. Tampa 8, Colorado 4.
Yeah, they blocked a lot on that last little flurry of offensive zone time for Colorado. But if you want to jump in on over 1.5, again, we had the opening goal in the first minute. It's plus 125. See, I'm already on that pregame, so I'm not taking it now, or betting it now, but plus 125 right now for the first period over at this point in time. So that's what we're looking at here.
Also,
right now.
Sorry, Kyle. Sorry if you're like a big Avs fan. I was just talking all that shit about Camper.
No, actually, Kyle likes McCarr, but Kyle's a Calgary guy. He likes
We
his
got
Flames.
Wojciech chirping me in the comments here too. So.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't have a problem with the Avs. I actually like the Avs too.
Yep.
I just Tampa. I like Tampa Bay, and I kind of like to see them get the 3-peat. I don't know. There's something about them that I like. They're just so damn gritty and gross,
I'm
Just
still not
get it
about
done.
I like the story for Tampa too. I mean, it'd be cool to see a 3-peat, but the way Colorado's played all season long, I mean, they've been a fun team to watch, especially during this postseason. So this is one of those where, as a fan, I'm happy to see either one win. It'd be kind of cool to see Colorado obviously take it. I've got props on both sides if either one wins. So I'm kind of covered with that. I've just been kind of taking things game by game. So this has been a fun series to kind of have futures on both ends, regardless of who wins.
I mean, from an NHL standpoint, you can't ask for a better Stanley Cup final. I mean,
absolutely.
Between these two teams, I mean, this couldn't be better for the brand.
Yeah. Two great fan bases, two great arenas, two clubs with different types of histories. But yeah, I'm sure ESPN and ABC, they have to be thrilled with getting this as a fun.
Yeah, I feel like this is the one that people have been wanting for a few years now.
Yeah.
No doubt. Yep. They've just been consistently at or near the top of the NHL standings the last 2, 3, 4 years in a row, both the Avs and the Lightning. And don't forget how good the Avs were the last few years. They were excellent in the regular season, and we thought capable of going to the Stanley Cup final last year, 2 years ago, even 3 years ago. And the second round was always their hiccup point. But they finally broke through this year.
Yeah,
my only problem with the Avs was just how much people were like jerking off over them. I think that's really my biggest problem with them.
Too much love.
Yeah, it was a little bit too much. It was like kind of gross.
In a less messy way of saying it.
Yeah, let's not make it messy. Okay.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about Edmonton last round, because that's everybody just fawns all over Connor McDavid and Draisaitl and everything, and so to see them get bounced, I was a little bit happy to kind of see that. So I give you a good fan with them.
Well, of course,
even with the Western Conference Final there, to have some of your top premier stars playing in it, even though I think everyone here can agree that no one was shocked by a sweep there, right?
No, not really, no.
We got a comment.
I was a little shocked by the sweep. I didn't totally expect a sweep.
No,
of the Oilers.
No one should have. Who would win the Conn Smythe if the series ended right now, either side? McCarr and Bassey.
Yeah. I mean, you can give some Nichushkin. God, I mean, he's got to be in the mix of it. This ain't if it ended right now, no. But if this were to go 6-7 games, he's got to be in the mix of that.
Not yet, but you're right. He's getting closer to becoming in the discussion. Like really,
we talked about Andre Palat. Palat had some big key goals. If he can step up, and Tampa comes back to win the series, and he's part of that comeback, you can give him some love too, potentially. So.
Yeah, but is it the Stamkos Kucherov that's creating so much space for the guy, and he's just tapping it in like Crosby's wingers,
That's
or
true.
Like if he's playing with Killorn and Sorelli, is he doing what he's doing? No.
And it tends to be at least I've noticed this from some of the dynasties that I think about with the Hawks, and even Pittsburgh was a little bit different. But when you have a team win 2 or 3 in a row, it seems like if they try to kind of give it to another guy. We saw Hedman get it, we saw Vasilevsky get it, and really both those last 2 years, Braden Point was a viable contender.
Yeah.
Obviously not now with the injury. But, Steven Stamkos, a longtime guy, if he wanted to be his third cup as captain, and the way he's played throughout the entire postseason, mind you, he's had injury issues for years. He would definitely be probably a front runner as well, even with how great Vasilevsky's played during the postseason. So there's a lot of angles that the writers kind of go on, depending on how the series shakes out.
Yeah, and it's a lot of it's going to go into who's going to shine above the rest in the rest of this game, Game 5, Game 6 and 7, if there is one. Things could still change a little bit in the Conn Smythe race. But right now, it doesn't change what I think right now. And the question was right now from Revenant WR saying, right now, who would you pick? I'd go Makar and I'd go Vasi right now for either side. Still 1-0, by the way, plus 160. It's climbing, actually. It's plus 185, plus 190 now for over 1.5. If you want to jump in now with 4 minutes left in the first period, thinking there might be one goal right before the end of the period.
It's getting dicey, and I laid 135, so I don't know if I'm going to add on any more to that at this point.
Yeah, no doubt. Good evening from Portugal. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, thank you. We appreciate that. Portugal.
Portugal.
Yeah, Portugal. There we go. Yeah. And by the way, Darcy made a couple of nice saves just now for the Avs. Let's give him a little credit. Because he's actually keeping Colorado in it. Tampa's shots are finding are getting on net. Colorado's aren't right now. 12-2 right now. Shots on goal for Tampa Bay in this opening period. Colorado's definitely been buzzing in the offensive zone at times, but like I say, nothing's getting to the net.
Patty Maroon with a little backhand toe dragger in the corner, acting like he's a perennial offensive forward over here.
I saw that. Did score a nice goal last game, though. You got to give him that. That was a nice goal he put in.
Man, for a fat bastard that Pat Maroon is,
Pat,
he can still play a half-decent brand of hockey. It's really impressive.
Yeah.
And he's just nails. I don't think there's a lot of guys who want to fight him in the league either.
No. There's no one on this Colorado team that would even go within distance of him. He beat the sin out of everyone on that team.
We got a penalty, I believe, here in Colorado. Yep. Yep. On Darren Helm. Oh, yeah, right there. Oh, right there. Yep.
Well,
away from the puck.
Hey, now plus 230 for that over 1.5. Now might be the time to take a little small shot of that.
That was a terrible penalty.
Can't take that penalty. Helm's better than that. Helm's a veteran. He should know.
Stupid.
Helm was on some of those Detroit teams that won cups way back. He was just a little rookie, I think, the year they actually beat Pittsburgh, when they played Pittsburgh back-to-back. He was like a rookie back then. And of course,
are they frustrated? Is that what happened right there?
Yeah, like a frustration.
Interference.
It's just a bad decision to make that hit there.
Wow, what the fuck? That's a bad one.
Key power play for Tampa, though. If take a 2-goal lead into the locker room right now would be imperative for them. So,
yeah, good chances right off the hop there by Tampa, and good save in tight on Perry. Perry there in his office trying to whack away from 2 inches in front of the net. Typical Perry right there.
Lightning minus $1.10 to score next goal right now.
Yep. Colorado now trying to get something going shorthanded. Oh, nice save, Vasilevsky on the shorthanded chance. But that was some good pressure there. Perry was in tight, got stopped. Good save on Stamkos, too, by Kemper on this power play. Kemper's ready to go so far.
It seems like they're just throwing everything on net now.
They are, yeah. Big Val out on the penalty kill doing a nice job there, ragging the puck, killing some valuable seconds. There's Kucherov. I missed the net. That was a good chance for Killorn, but didn't hit the net. Now a clear for Colorado. So half the power play gone. So good start here. Nick Paul's skating well. Nick Paul, I'm not as worried anymore that he's, had that injury the last game. He doesn't look like he's skating that bad.
Yeah, they never disclosed what it was exactly, but like I said, he came back to score that goal and then went right back off. But looking good so far.
Yeah.
Remember this Steph Curry ankle thing?
Yeah, definitely.
I thought about that. I was like, I try not to feed into that.
Just going back to what you guys were talking about, it's like who do you kind of want to win? I think Tampa's obviously a great story to go 3 in a row, but if you look at what Colorado's established over the last 5 to 10 years with the way they've kind of drafted and brought in guys, kind of like what Pittsburgh did before they went on their big run. So you can see that they're kind of getting momentum to eventually make a big run, and be interesting to see when that's going to start for them as well.
Yeah, agree. Yeah, they've definitely built well, and Joe Sakic, who was up for one of the 3 GMs for GM of the Year last night at the awards. The way they've kind of retooled and built things up over the last decade, like you mentioned, it's been pretty solid.
Yeah, it looks like this power play running out of time for Tampa Bay. I got to admit, they've done a nice job here, killing it off so far, Colorado. Colorado actually had just as many chances on Tampa's power play. They had a couple shorthanded rushes that looked dangerous. So it's a little bit of a momentum change. Yep. Final minute now, by the way, of the period. So over 1.5 is hanging on by a thread right now. We're in the final minute at the moment.
I'm glad my app wasn't updating fast enough. I didn't get that in time. It's that shitty service in New Jersey. I'm about 15 seconds behind you guys too on the game. So
yeah, I'm a little behind too with my cable here in Minnesota. So
yeah, I'm behind as well.
Yeah, I'm watching it on Game Center, so I'm like an hour behind. Whenever you guys say something, I'm like looking down like 10 seconds. I'm like, oh, that must have been the play. And then it's like a minute later, I'm like, oh, that's the play.
Yeah.
I'm on Sportsnet in Canada, so it's a complete shit show.
Yeah, that's the one thing about these betcasts, Kyle. We found out the last several months. Everybody's on a different feed. It's like we're not all on planet Earth. One's on Pluto, one's on Mars, one's on Jupiter. No one can get on the same page with the feed and what part of it they're on.
I'm at the end of the period.
I'm at the end of the period. Is everyone at the end of the period? Let's take it.
I still have like 20 to 25 seconds left. There, so that's like probably 10 commercials and 3 whistles.
Okay, I'm at the end.
Okay.
Have we all reached the end of the first period?
Yeah, I think we have.
That's intense. That last couple of minutes was intense.
It was, yeah. 1-0 Lightning. That's that. They'll take that after that first period.
That Killorn backhand wasn't off by much. That looked like he saved it with his jersey. It looked like it barely even got him.
Yeah, no question. All right, that means I get to dive into some. I'm going to bet. I can already tell you we're going to be on the second period both teams. That's been a go-to. I even like it more when it's a period like this where it's 1-0 or it's been a little bit of a slow start. Both teams to score in the second period is plus 170, just at 365 alone. So I can imagine. What it's like even at MGM. There are a couple other.
I'm looking at MGM right now. See what we got going there.
That's become a go-to. I'm glad I've discovered that in-game live bet that both teams to score period by period, and it's been just a great price usually, a great situation too. Because I think Colorado knows, hey, we got to amp it up. 2-3 shots on goal. You can talk all you want about. We had flurries, we had offensive zone time, we had the puck a lot. When you still only have 2 or 3 shots in the period, the coach ain't going to be happy. So if you're Colorado, you're going to try to fix that shit in a hurry in the second. So they're going to be on the front foot. Tampa Bay, it's not like they can totally sit on a 1-goal lead. So I think it's good. Both teams to score plus 170 second period.
Do you think, I don't know. Fuck. I'll just ask. So I remember from the series with the Rangers when they got like 3 or 4 games into it.
Yeah.
The Rangers looked like they just, they started off the series so strong. They looked energetic and like they were killing it and shit. And then by the 3rd, 4th game, they looked beat to hell. And they looked so tired and so slow on there. And
doesn't that look like Colorado at times in the last cup? It's weird. I mean, we're not at that panic stage yet. This is Colorado we're talking, but still some similarities. Some. Yep.
Yeah. So I was wondering. I mean, if go ahead, Keith. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, I think, the game of hockey swings on momentum. So if you can have momentum for 5 or 7 minutes, that's going to go back and forth. Like their tank is definitely not empty. And at the end of the day, they still Tampa still has to go through Colorado and the mountains and play up there.
Yeah.
That's true. It's tough to play on the road. It's tough to win games, especially in, a barn and probably like really nice weather throughout the day and whatnot, maybe to be a little bit more focused. But at the end of the day, like Tampa still has to go to Colorado and win there.
which is going to be the problem, which is going to be the concern if you're a Lightning fan, because they've not looked particularly good in Denver so far in this series.
Nobody has.
Yeah,
I get it.
Everybody looks like shit there.
I got to give a shout out to Crooklyn Baller on Twitter. He used one of my old Facebook photos as a great meme. Where it's just when you get a goal 30 seconds in the game and somehow the period ends 1-0 on the first period over. So that's a good troll by him right there with that.
That's definitely that's unfortunate. Yeah. That's unfortunate. You feel like you're in a great spot, right? First goal in the first minute, and there's nothing after that when you have over 1.5 in the first period. Exactly. I like that the Sorelli props cashed already. We got him to score a goal, him a point, and the over shots, but that's it. We lost over 1.5, so got more work to do with these props now.
Yeah, for anyone that was thinking over and that still's leaning that over, it's 5.5 right now, and I think plus 155. So if you're pro goals and stuff like that, I think that's something to definitely look at. I know on the Ice Guys today, some guys were talking unders and stuff like that, but
hey, it could be an under, but I'm telling you what, if you like over 5.5, that is value. That's plus 155. So 100 to win $155. I mean, that is value when the series could open up at some point. Or I should say the game can open up at some point. But I like the both teams to score. That's what I'm sticking with. Second period plus 170.
Yeah,
that's
plus 140 at BetMGM. That's not as great of a price as you're getting, but I'm taking a shot with that.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I was trying to ask is if you think that it is going to open up more. It's going to be one of those types of games where it gets up over 5.5.
I wouldn't be surprised if Avalanche put up like 13 to 15 shots. Like when they don't shoot the puck, they're really not playing their game. So I don't know, if I was a coach, I'd probably give them a little bit of shit and try and light some fire under their ass and try to get 15, 20 shots on.
Good luck getting that out of Jared Bednar. He just feels like he's that laid back, just Eeyore the donkey kind of guy. All right, guys, here we go. Second period here. I mean, you got to pick this thing up a little bit here. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sure some of the leaders in the room are just like, guys, like this is not us at all.
Hey, people have gone to bat for Jared Bednar, saying he's a really good coach. I mean, even Topher said it earlier today on our show when he was on as a guest that people think they win in spite of Bednar, Colorado, and they're successful in spite of him as a coach. But no, they say he's a good coach, and he is. He's done a good job. He's done a very good job. But I just think he lacks a little bit some adjustment things I don't like that he does game to game. But more than anything, he doesn't look like the rah like he's going to be like spitting mad, get in your face kind of coach. I mean, he just doesn't seem like he's that kind of personality. And everyone I've talked to that's actually had a connection to him in the past in the sport has said that he's basically pretty low key, chill, relaxed, players coach type of deal. Lets the players do their thing. But this might be a time to just, rattle them a little bit, just say, come on, guys, 2 shots on goal in the period. What are we doing?
So, Kyle, you're an Avs fan, right? Or was somebody just joking about that? I don't know.
Well, that was Zach Boychuk, his buddy.
But
okay.
Chucky was
because
comments. I have him to win, but
okay, because I have I lean the Lightning, so it's hard for me to what's your perspective on this? I'm just interested.
On the series as a whole or this game?
Just the game.
I mean, I think Tampa came out looking really good. If Colorado doesn't have a good second, I think they're in trouble. Going back to what was just being said, they need to have shots on net, and if they can't get those shots on net, I mean, that's the type of team they are. They take a lot of shots. I mean, you look at past games just in the playoffs alone, like Makar, having 10, 12, 20 shot attempts a game. I mean, I was hoping for the sweep personally, but I think it's definitely going to end up going to 7.
You're going to be Cheshire Cat's friend now after saying that. I was hoping for the sweep.
I got on here. I was like,
I was hoping to call 2 in a row, but I didn't. I called the Edmonton sweep. I was hoping Tampa, but No, I'm not a big Bolts fan because of 04. So I mean,
He's a
Oh,
Flames
anything
fan.
that can go
Flames
wrong
fan.
with the
Hold it,
Bolts
grudge.
goes wrong with the Bolts.
Yeah, so people don't forget.
Yeah. Never forget.
Well,
I'm
like,
still
if you're a
bitter.
Flames
Don't
fan, you
forget.
don't forget. But
No.
I forgot.
Yeah.
I don't give two shits what happened in 04.
Hey, let me
He's caring
refresh
about what's
memory.
happened tonight, like the Cubs and the
Buck was
Pirates
over the
game
line.
going over the total. Yeah.
That damn Royals game. What the hell is that? The Royals and the Angels. What was that?
Two shitty baseball teams. That's
Oh
what
my
it is.
god, that was such a shit show.
Yeah.
I love how like there's all everybody's like, oh, Shohei Ohtani with 8 runs and like 2 3-run homers. It's like, yeah, who gives a shit? They lost. Like they're one of the
Totally.
worst teams in the league. They're
And the person
wasting.
that
They're
was trying to
wasting 2
carry
of the
their
best
ass-
players in baseball's time. You know?
They didn't give Walsh any credit for any of that, and he's the guy that was like lighting shit on fire the whole way up to that point. Anyways, wow, I sound like an old man. What? I don't know what else I was gonna say. I need to
That's
shut
all
up,
right. I
so.
forget shit that I'm going to say all the time. It's all right.
No, not because I'm old.
We all do.
Okay.
I'm going to jump on a couple Colorado bets too. I've made up my mind. I think they're going to come out much better. I mean, they can't sit well with anybody there. That first period, and just in terms of the 4 shots on goal, 17-4. You know, the shots on goal in that first period. I can't sit well with Colorado. I'm going to sprinkle just small bets on the bigger ones, the both teams to score. Smaller, I'm going to go -0.5, plus 155 Avs second period.
I was just looking at that, and then also to the total for the period over 1.5. Just not both teams to score, but just in general.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I just like a better price than over 1.5 for the period at -140. That's why I took the plus 170 for both teams. Because I could see Tampa scoring still in that period, but I like over 1.5 too. I lean that way anyway. So Colorado -0.5 plus 155, and I could say we can wait, get a better price, or wait for a better price. But I'm also going to take the second goal -120 Colorado.
That's what, yeah. I was just about to say I grabbed that too. Now I wanted to get -110 was available earlier during that power play, but it bumped back up to 120. I still like that. I think Colorado does come out and get the next goal. So Colorado next goal -120, and I got both teams to score, but I got plus 140.
Right. All right. Good stuff there. No, bankroll Spence. I mean, Bobby Witt Jr. is going to be a good player, hell of a prospect. He's not shitty. I'm just saying the team is shitty overall. The Royals. The
Royals are trash.
Yeah, Bobby Witt Jr. is good though. We take him out of the trash bin. He's going to be a good player for the Royals.
Do we have to?
Yeah. He's a good player.
Let's leave him in there.
Prospect. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he is good. He is good.
Yeah. Yep, he is. So Stampede's coming to Calgary, Kyle. You looking forward to that?
The best time of the year. I will be at Nashville North every single day, open to close.
I heard that's one of the better party type of events, like certainly for Calgary year round, but I'm talking anywhere year round. Like the Stampede party scene is apparently nuts.
Yeah, there was a famous video clip a few years ago of some things happening with the old Stampede.
All for some ludicrous tickets. I was there. And every year it gets brought up again. Every year. But yeah, this year is going to be good. All the tents are back. So, I mean, last year there were a couple that took the days off. So all the tents are back. A lot of big shows. Is it like comparable to like Sturgis here in the U.S. and like South Dakota? Like is like that kind of atmosphere? Yeah, with Stampede, so I haven't been to any of those big US ones, but they like a lot of those festivals. It's like a big open, like one kind of like the main stage and like a big open area. For Stampede, we don't really have a big area that's like just one stage. So what will happen is a lot of the nightclubs will have tents that each will hold anywhere from 2,500 to 5,000 people. So it's kind of similar, but it's a little bit more like spread out. Like in terms of how like the big names that come through, definitely comparable, but the vibe is a little bit different. Like there's no camping because it's like right downtown of the city.
Right.
But then again, we still have like Country Thunder and Big Valley Jamboree and Boots and Hearts are kind of the other 3 big ones in that are more, I guess, comparable to, everyone's in like one place type of thing.
Sounds like a good time.
It's
some country
awesome.
music, some bird of beef. Sounds
Yep.
like
it's opened up from just country too. Like there's a lot of hip hop artists that'll come down, a lot of pop artists. There's tents that'll do like just full raves every night, which is kind of interesting for Stampede. But I mean, hey, takes
Well, they probably have to cater to the younger generation nowadays.
Yeah, and the last thing I want to do is party with a bunch of 16-year-olds that want to rave. So they can go down the street and I'll I'll drink the Bud Lights and listen to the country music
Jesus
down the street.
Christ. That's rough. Oh no. You're like, oh my God, this is so crazy. Isn't this crazy? Look at us. And they have a beer and they're like proud of it and shit. And you're like, nah.
Yeah. Oh my God, my fake ID worked. Like,
I'm guessing that's I dropped off for a second. I'm guessing that's the EDM temp that you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
Yeah. Easy to pick out, hey? It's easy to catch back up.
It is kind of tough to see Kadri be out.
Yeah.
From that stupid penalty when he broke his wrist. Did he break his wrist?
No, it's his thumb. He broke his thumb.
He broke his thumb.
And
How is he even
surgery.
playing right now?
So they obviously they shot it up, but I think he has he's just got a couple pins in it, so it's enough to where he can flex it. Like I'm sure they just pretty much like kind of stick it in his glove. They numb it while his glove's in. He probably can't take his glove off until the end of the game, essentially. And they just kind of mold his glove to hold his hip. Yeah, he's been
a killer in the playoffs this year.
Yeah,
It's been really, really impressive.
That was a big loss.
It's too bad he got injured.
Yeah, it was a big injury loss for him when he missed that time, and to have him back like 14 points in 13 playoff games, I'll say it's a big fucking loss. Holy shit!
Yeah.
What a stat line he's had in the playoffs. Yeah.
Braden Point too. Totally sucks that he's out.
Yeah, that really sucks. I mean, this is a guy, like I said, the last 2 years, either could have won the Conn Smythe each of the last 2 years. He had 60 points in the last two and maybe 2 and a quarter, postseasons, and for him to be out right now, that's a big loss. So,
God, how long do you think Draisaitl is going to be injured?
Yeah, how long he's out for? I don't know.
After that shit show, that last game was so rough. I love that meme where they had him
struggling. Yes, he was struggling to move out there.
They had him.
There's
like a meme where he was like in a wheelchair, and then he popped up, and it was his turn to go out on the ice.
Did you see any of the clips of? I think it happened in a couple series, but guys just going right for his ankle, just hacking at his skate.
They were.
Yeah,
they were looking for a pound of flesh.
There was one, I forget who it was, but someone literally reached around his back to try to hack at his other fucking ankle. I was like, Jesus. It was against.
Was it the Flames?
Yeah. It was the. We lost mic audio on Kyle here. Kyle, your mic.
Hey, you're talking to yourself, Kyle.
Yeah.
Can't hear you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Yeah, a little bit. Move
that mic up a little bit, or turn the mic volume up a little bit. Yep.
Twist it. The knob.
Bop it.
Turn it. There you go. Turn it. Bop it.
Pull it.
Can you hear me now? Are we good?
We are. Yeah. We hear you. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We got you. Okay. Yeah, you got it.
I forget what I was saying, but.
Yeah, I forget a lot of shit I'm saying when I'm listening to a Cheshire Cat monologue there for a few seconds. Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't talking. What was I saying? I was just saying twist it.
Yeah.
The knob.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah. All right. So both teams to score and Colorado -0.5. Here we go. That's what we're looking at.
Gentlemen, I'm going to head out. Thanks for having me. Ian, thanks for the
All right, Andrew, thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
we're busy at the hotel, but thanks for joining us for a period. Good stuff.
Absolutely. Have a great night, gentlemen.
See you.
Andrew.
Yep.
The Edmonton Oil Kings just beat one of the Q teams in a 3-on-3 overtime, like 8 or 9 minutes in.
Yep.
Really?
Weed from the Oil Kings just got a hat trick. Third goal of the game.
And I know in Game 3 of the Calder Cup Finals, the Wolves are up 3-0 in the third period. So
yes, they are
looking to take a 2-1 lead. I'm super excited for that.
Have you been putting any money on them?
No, I did during the other series. So far, this one I didn't, and I'm kicking myself because I loved 5.5. Like it was like plus 105 in Game 1, and that one flew over. Obviously, with it going to OT, and Springfield got the OT win there. But now the one book that I use for AHL Alliance, they've got the Wolves kind of juiced pretty high, so I haven't touched them in the last couple of games. But it's more of a personal bet for me with that than financial there. So.
Yeah. Did you watch the White Sox game today?
Yeah, I watched some of it. It was unfortunate.
Painful at the beginning. Man,
They
they were
did win the
turning it on,
series,
though.
though.
Like,
Baby steps. They won the series, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now Danny Mendick's hurt, and then Luis Robert gets hurt, and it's just like we can't keep anybody fucking healthy. It's unreal.
Yeah,
they were picking apart Simber there for I don't know, however long.
No.
40 pitches in or whatever it was. Like that's probably.
Well, Giolito was left in far too long. I don't know what the fuck was going on with the White Sox. Oh, it's comatose Tony La Russa.
Oh, Tony La Russa, yeah. It was about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So Tony La Russa, it's time for his afternoon nap.
Devin, his afternoon cat nap in the dugout, probably. Yeah,
unbelievable.
That's what I said earlier today when I was watching. Was he taking his afternoon senior's cat nap in the?
Absolutely, I would be.
Yeah, counting sheep when he should be pulling his starter.
Yeah, the only thing that wakes him up is every Sox fan in attendance chanting "Fire Tony."
Yeah, well, you can't hear it. He was sleeping. All right, second period's underway. 1-0 Tampa here. Couple minutes into the second, we got both teams to score. We've got the Colorado -0.5 plus 155, and we'll see if they can get more than 4 shots on goal in this period.
Yeah, I think they will.
You'd like to think so, or hope so. Certainly, if you're the Avs.
Well, Tampa's coming out strong again, just like the first here. So,
yep,
we're starting to find a way a little bit.
Yep.
Me and Boychuk still have Makar and McKinnon to score for boosted plus 800. So
oh, nice. I got McKinnon to score, and I got Makar 2 or more points. So.
Nice.
2 or more points. Wow.
Which means that 4 shots on goal in a period is not going to cut it for some of these props to cash in.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's for damn sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is remarkable stuff by Tampa Bay. They look like they've actually choked off Colorado for like even the first 3 minutes. Like Colorado's having a hard time possessing puck, having sustained offensive zone time. How is this happening? But look at this.
But Tampa gets stronger and stronger. Yep. It's like you give them an inch, they take a mile. Yeah, that's the mark of a champion. It's the same thing you saw from the Penguins in their dynasty run. The same thing you saw from the Hawks in their dynasty run. It's funny. I was talking to somebody about that. In 2015, going into the conference finals when it was Hawks, Anaheim, and it was Tampa Rangers. I thought the Hawks were done, especially the way they had to struggle to beat Anaheim.
Yep.
And then Tampa Bay comes along. I'm like, wow, this team's really good. This is like the Tyler Johnson. Vasilevsky ends up playing at the end because Bishop was so banged up, and I ended up having Hawks in 6, but I'm like, it may not be that easy. Tampa could easily win it, and you could see from that moment on, that's when Tampa made their transition. That's why I look at the Rangers.
Yeah,
the way that the Rangers lost, the Rangers might be one of those teams they can pick up and do the exact same thing Tampa's done the next few years, based off of the way they lost that conference final.
I don't know if the Rangers can do that.
I'm not saying 2 or 3 in a row. I'm saying I don't be shocked if the Rangers are right back in the conference final.
They're a contender now for the next few years, at least.
Yeah,
the Rangers,
because the Atlantic Division is going to get shaken up on its head drastically. Tampa Bay is not going to be back here next year. Boston's not going to be anywhere close to here next year. You're going to have an emergence with Detroit and Buffalo getting a little bit better. The Atlantic's going to be up for grabs. So as far as the Metro goes, it's pretty much the Rangers, and I think everybody else kind of follows behind. So I wouldn't be shocked one bit to see the Rangers win the East next year. So a little foreshadowing.
You don't think Carolina, I don't think you can ever count Pittsburgh out. I don't.
Barry's such a badass.
If Crosby doesn't get
see that shot,
yep,
he just took it like a champ. He's like, ah!
Warriors. That's all you can say. Warriors.
I'm just gonna say, if in that Rangers series, if Crosby doesn't get hurt, they easily.
Right? Yeah. I know. I agree with that. But once again, moving forward, that's an older group, getting older. You know, Crosby. When's the last time he's played a full season healthy? When's the last time Malkin's played a full season healthy?
Well, I don't even know if Malkin's going to be there next year.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So there's a lot. There's so much turnover in that East, where the Rangers are going to kind of set pat. They can make a few changes here or there. They're still going to be just as good, or at least on paper, look just as good as they were this year. You know, I don't make a lot of futures, especially this damn early, but probably right now my lead in the East for next season would be the Rangers.
There you go, Rangers. You heard it here first from Alex B. Smith. Rangers to win the East.
Them work
Got a penalty to Tampa.
hard,
First power play for Colorado coming up.
All right, here we go. We got Colorado minus $1.20 score next.
It'd be interesting to see what the Hurricanes and the Rangers would be like in a series as well.
Yes.
Yeah, like a full real series, not what happened in the bubble. Yeah, well, yeah. So that would be
Because they're only going to
penalty?
get stronger in that division.
It was. Let me just confirm that. Cross check.
Edmund,
Yeah.
cross check right in the numbers.
Yeah.
Are you guys seeing the replay right now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, here it
That was
is.
a good call. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm on a 20-minute delay, so
Yeah, that's right. You're not. Yeah, you'll see the call in a couple hours, Keith.
Yeah. All right. Yep.
Yeah.
That was legit.
yeah.
So here's a chance with this Colorado power play. We know how well they moved the puck around. Landeskog scored a power play goal. The other, look at that. Was that Chernak again? Yes, that's good for me. Over 2.5 blocked shots for him.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
A rare blocked shot prop because all I see is this guy going to block shots. I thought over 2.5 plus 130 it was
For 2.5?
Yeah, for Chernak, the defenseman.
A Kel McCarr goal would be really nice right now.
Dude, he was
Or
killing it.
McKinnon. You like McKinnon too for goals. You got him on there.
Yeah, I got McKenna. Yeah, anytime. But I have McCarr plus 500 on the Conn Smythe. So
Okay.
I'd like for his 2 points to be goals, possibly.
Oh my gosh, Landeskog had too much time to think about it. He was just all by himself there, and he shunted it wide there. Yeah.
This is going to be probably like if they get something going here, this is going to be a big turning point. I think this power play.
Definitely.
No doubt about it. Good puck movement, though. Oh, a pinball goal for Colorado on the power play.
Okay, you're way too far ahead.
I'll let you know in 20 minutes when I see
we'll see. You'll see the goal in 30 minutes, Keith. You can tell us what you saw. Yeah.
Was that the captain making it happen? Look like?
Let's see. It's going to be off.
Let's
fucking
go.
It could be Nate's goal. I think it might have hit 29 last. Nathan McKinnon. Let's see. The shot was taken by Rantanen. I think it went off McKinnon. Let's see. McKinnon. Yes, McKinnon skated.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
And in. Yep. That's Nate McKinnon, folks. He's got the goal. That'll be his goal. Yep.
All right.
Let's
get the Pink Whitney
Oh,
flowing
shit.
now.
Chernak is injured after one of those blocked shots. That's not good for me. He's going to the dressing room. That Chernak is a fucking blocked shot machine. That guy.
He's a monster.
Yeah, he's a monster.
Yeah.
One more shot from McCarr and he hits the over.
Yeah. So McKinnon, there it is. McKinnon goal.
Sweet. Plus
Cashes
140
for me. Yep.
Yep, I got that too.
It was not, unfortunately, the first goal. That would have been 10-1 for me, but plus 150 for me was what I got with McKinnon. We'll take it.
All right. Pink Whitney shot here. I'm on number 2 right now. So
yeah. That's right. Salute, everybody. I got the Pink Whitney is going to be the third period drink for me. I'm busting that out in the third period. We're going out with a bang tonight. Yeah.
I did Svedka in the first period, and now I'm throwing my Pink Whitney in the second. I still got a beer rolling. So
what's that goddamn stupid pop song? Go out with a bang, 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 bang. Oh my gosh, I've heard that too many times. Yeah.
I'm surprised you still have some Pink Whitney left after Monday night's game there, Ian.
Hey, settle down there, Keith. I don't drink that much of it in one night. Yeah.
Just shuts down the show and just drown yourself.
So it's funny. Yeah. I don't know if Joe.
Well, if I drown myself here without a betting business partner, so I better hope not.
If I don't know if Joe Madden's going to be on, but Ian, we both did her podcast the other day, and at the end of my segment with her was the end of the whole day, and we were talking about. She's asking me about you drinking the Pink Whitney. Yeah. And she goes, yeah. She's like, yeah, you don't mix it with anything. It's like it gets really dangerous. She was putting it in White Claw. And I was like, oh, I'm like, that's a pretty good idea. I'm like, White Claw is kind of a bunch of nothing, but you throw a little Pink Whitney in there, maybe it's something else. But I didn't want. I wasn't going to grab 12 cans of White Claw, so passed it. I just went and got the bottle instead. So
That's like when you start pouring vodka in your beer just to like.
Yeah,
torture
like
yourself with
no,
vodka
man.
You crack a beer, you take
Don't
a
do
big
it.
swig, and then you put like 3 ounces of vodka in there just to get.
that's
you going.
I know it's funny because I'm a Sox fan, and I know this is a tailgate thing. They do they take Bacardi Limon and they put it in half of a Corona.
Oh
and
yeah,
then
that's good.
They shake it
actually.
back, and then they twist it, and then they do the vortex spin. That's like a big thing they do with some of the tailgates now. So I haven't
It's a
tailgated
big
there in
thing
years. So.
They did that a lot in San Diego. Some of the nightclubs that I was at. Nightclubs, like day clubs.
Yeah, okay, yeah, right. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Beach clubs, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
All right, we've got some debate here. We got some controversy with this
yeah, I was
first
gonna
goal
say.
that was scored for Colorado.
Hey.
Big Ragu.
I'd offer you some, but it's all gone.
That's all right. I got plenty left later.
There we go.
How's it going, fellas?
Good,
There he is,
good.
Mr. Tampa Bay Lightning fan, Big Ragu.
Oh yeah,
dog.
number one tonight. But hey, I heard you bet the both teams to score second period.
Yes.
I took a variation of that too. I took 1-1 score second period, so that was like a plus
Smart.
425.
There we go. Nice.
Yeah, that's really good. So it 1-1 and then end 1-1 perfectly. Plus
Right.
425. Yeah,
Yeah.
at the end of the second. Good. That's a good price. Yeah.
Ragu, first to good to meet you. I've heard nothing but good
Absolutely,
things
Alex.
about you from me.
Shire.
And secondly,
Oh,
how
what's up, man?
what was your heart rate at the end of
Oh,
that
yeah.
last game?
Dude,
With
that
that
was
no
They
goals.
pulled the goalie with about
Nice
4 minutes
hit.
to go with the power play. So I'm done.
I was
Then
saying
it's
on the
not bad, so I gotta
on the
stop.
cast, I'm like, if I was at a bar with that bet, I would look at everybody. I'm like, do not talk to me at all right now.
Pretend I don't exist.
Right.
He's like sweating.
If I have a big bet, like at the end of a football game or something like that, and it's like the 2 minutes, and I'll go to the bathroom in the casino or something. I won't come out.
There you
for
go.
the
Don't
game.
want to see it. Yeah. I get it. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Are you gonna do one of those tonight?
What's that? One of them crazy bets?
Yeah, man.
I don't know,
I
man.
mean, it was a good call. Oh, Tampa
Yeah, well,
Bay's on the
I was
power
just
play.
feeling. I figured the way I put that together, I figured Tampa was just going to kind of sit on it with 4-goal lead, and Colorado they didn't look like they had it that night. So I figured if it played out like it was, the only thing I was worried about was the empty netter. But
Right.
you can see like the last few minutes that they weren't too much of a hurry to put the puck in the net anyway. So
Yeah,
I
Sportsnet is
Tampa
drunk.
Bay's like,
Sportsnet is
Going
drunk.
nowhere.
Sportsnet has the scores. Tampa
Wrong
Bay
again.
1-0. I think Big Ragu's operating the Sportsnet ticker tonight because it's 1-0 Tampa Bay still on their score display on the corner of the screen. There, they changed it now 1-1.
yeah.
do you think they're listening?
I think so. Yeah. I think. By the way, Lightning are on a power play. Lightning are on a power play. It's
How
it's
much
got to
time
be
is on the
McKinnon's
power
goal.
play, Ian?
They gave. I'm seeing some people gave it to Landeskog. I can't believe that for a sec because he never touched it before.
See, I saw Landeskog. That's what I saw. Right, like as live, and then when I saw the replay, I'm like, that looked like McKinnon. So.
Yeah, it still says Landy on the score app too.
Yeah, I think.
Oh,
Oh my god, that was sick.
I want to see how far behind I am with you guys.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna. If there's a goal, next goal, I'm not gonna say shit.
So how much
until
time's in the
30
power
seconds.
play?
Are you talking about that pass to Stanley?
I got 16 seconds in the power play, 12:03.
16 seconds. So I got about a 30-second delay here.
Okay.
Oh,
Good to know.
It worked for me the other night, so I guess I'll stick with it.
Oh.
But you that screws you up on your live betting, so you gotta be
Oh,
careful.
Sorry, I
indeed.
won't do
Yes,
it. Am I being loud?
we've gone through that trial and error here
Yep.
on the Betcast all season long, pretty much. So.
So the Lightning are down to the last. For some people, 10 seconds. For some people, 30 seconds. For some people, a minute left on the power play. Who the fuck knows at this point? But the power play is running down.
That's
You don't
why
even
we're
know
doing
if you're
what
at
we're
the
doing.
game. How much
Yeah.
time's left?
Yeah, it's crazy.
But that was a big goal for Colorado. Yeah, but there it is, McKinnon. They've officially changed it to McKinnon.
There we go.
Oh, okay, you didn't give it to him before.
They didn't. No, McKinnon, because they always have the video people check and double check and
Yeah.
triple check so they get the shit right. It's McKinnon from Rantanen and Makar. That's the scoring play. Yeah. So your Rantanen and Makar point. So that, yeah, it's officially McKinnon's goal, which we figured all along. Which basically proves that I'm smarter than the Score app. Big shocker. Yeah.
Okay, boys, I'm gonna
Spittin'
jump off.
Chicklets has to find a new sportsbook partner.
Yeah, right.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna jump off for you new guys. Nice meeting you, Alex. Nice seeing you again.
All right,
Yeah,
Keith.
yeah.
Well,
good seeing
Oh,
you.
Keith, you heading off?
Yeah, it
Okay.
was nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, if there's a game 7, I'm sure I'll try and pop on there.
All right.
Yeah,
If not,
He's
we'll
in
see
Canada,
everyone
he's in
next
Canada
season.
too.
Yeah, he's from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Yeah.
Winnipeg. Okay.
Oh, Winnipeg,
nice.
eh?
Yikes.
North of North Dakota.
I hope you guys
Yeah, yeah.
But tonight he's traveling. For work purposes. He's in Tampa Bay, Ontario, as I called it the other night.
Yeah, right.
I hope you say that.
Yeah.
Thunder Bay, Ontario. Yeah.
Thunder
The
Bay,
Tampa
nice.
Bay Lightning. It all got mixed up in my head. Thunder.
Yeah.
Tampa,
We knew
Ontario.
which way you were thinking the other night for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, guys, we'll see you next
All right,
time.
Keith. See you, my
Good
friend.
night,
Yeah.
Yeah, see you, Keith. Cheers.
There you go. All right, we got about halfway through the game, just about. Still 1-1. Avs and Lightning. McKinnon the only goal in this period. We're on both teams to score. I am on minus a half,
Oh,
plus
boy.
155 Colorado in this period as well.
McKinnon does crazy shit sometimes. He's really good.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Tampa's got a good shift
I mean,
going.
Oh, Jesus.
See, I know you're reacting to something I've already seen. I'm just trying to think what it is.
This is so fucked up.
Yeah.
I honestly thought I was muted. I didn't know everybody could hear me.
Both teams to score right now, even money. So
Yeah.
Or I'm saying, well, next goal. I'm saying either team for next
Right.
goal is even money. You don't see that often.
No.
I took that too, and I got plus 138 on mine. I know you got one. What'd you get? 190.
70, 170.
170. I got 140 on it. So.
You got 140. So Alex and I are pretty close.
Yeah.
But then I told you I took that 1-1 score for the
second. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
plus 425.
There's no doubt. Yeah. Yeah, plus 170 is a great price for that both teams to score. What did you get, Alex? 140 at MGM, right?
Yeah. Oh.
Bitch.
140 at MGM. We'll just go
Wow.
we're just going to wait and see if the whole we'll see if
What the hell?
we'll see if everybody gets a chance to see some things that are just going on here. Yeah.
Did they score?
Man,
I think the cat is out of the
That's my
bag, no pun
fucking
intended.
guy.
Yeah.
that's my guy.
Bolts 2.
I just seen it show up on my flash on my screen here. Not the TV screen, but the friggin' live cast scrring.
Oh yeah, there you go. So even Doc had it spoiled for him
That's
by
my
the fucking ticker.
guy.
All right, man. I'll shut my mouth next time. I'll let Ian make it official from now on.
Victor
Beautiful.
Hedman with a beautiful
Hey,
backhand.
I had Hedman to score his
Beautiful.
first goal early on.
Wow, yeah.
I had him in that Killorn, I figured. And before the game even got off, it was like
Fucking
1-0
sick.
already. Like, what happened?
Yeah. And
Love
there
that
it is,
guy.
folks. Both teams to score. Cha-ching. Plus 170. Plus 140, whatever you got. Yeah.
Plus 138. Yeah. Well done, everybody.
Yeah.
Plus units.
Yeah. I
This
mean, let's see.
announcer, my problem with the announcer that's on there right now is always like shitting on the Tampa Bay Lightning players. And then he talks about how great the Avalanche players are. That's my only beef with it. And I'm done. That's
A little
it.
bias there.
Yet I've also heard people about the ABC broadcast from Tampa say that or Colorado say they're too nice about Tampa. So it's
What?
yeah.
Are you
that's- yes.
kidding me?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that was I don't want to say a bad goal for Kemper, but
I think what
I'd
they
like him to
should
see
do-
him stop. It was not terrible, but I'd like to have seen him make the save there. Yeah.
They should put one guy calling the play-by-play, and then the color coordinator game to game switch it up. One guy from Colorado, one guy from Tampa, and let them work together.
That was the old
That's
move
fair,
of the
Bigger
I think the baseball
That's
network
fair.
way back in the day used to do that. Yeah.
Just swap them out every other game, and just let them have fun. Let them jab at each other during the game. That always makes for good entertainment.
So that was a big bounce back goal for the Lightning because Colorado tied it. They had a little momentum, and now they get it back. They're up 2-1, 8 minutes to go. How is both teams to score in the second period plus money all the time? Yeah, good question. I keep wondering that too, especially a plus 170 type of price. We've been picking off these kind of prices like plus 150 or better a lot of the time with them.
Yeah, we'll take them.
Yeah. Don't complain about it. Enjoy it. Yeah. Enjoy it, Ryan C. Take advantage. Yep. Keep it going. And I do have McKinnon two plus goals, Jose, right along with you. Jose in the chat, 10-1. McKinnon 2 or more.
Did McCarr get an assist in that?
He did. Yeah.
He did? Oh,
yeah.
there we go.
He got the
one more point for him.
Yep.
Nice.
Ian, the way I read that bet was
Judge
both teams, like I said, 1-1. I think that was for the second period.
Okay, so you're good, right? So you're set right now.
Yeah.
So if it stops right now,
that's a shot that I took. What's it? I think I had that for the second or third period last game, Ian. I think I had that for. I think I had 2-1 Avalanche. Second
2-1
period.
Avalanche third period.
Yeah, at plus 900, and it would end up being 4-1 Lightning, but yeah. So same kind of thought process. So
yeah. I figured that was
Judge
a good
coming off a day off would rip open a couple home runs, so I put $10 on him to hit 2 home runs. I think what were the odds? He just hit his second one.
Yeah, I didn't get on too much baseball. I liked a couple later games. I liked the Guardians a little bit early on, and
I was all over the Cubs and the Pirates over with fucking Jared Eichhoff. Are you kidding me? That guy's back in a rotation again.
Pirates are hitting the baseball right now.
Yep.
Ian, did you keep hitting Jay's White Sox over the last couple nights, or did you just do it that one night?
No, every game in that series. So today I was on that again. But I was joking with Keith earlier actually about the Cubs Pirates because we were both on the over. Keith was on the betcast just now. I said Jared Eichhoff is now Jared Fuck Off for the Pirates fans. That's what they're saying after his tonight. Yeah.
All right. Adds to the power play, and they're minus 120 to score next goal. Might hit on.
Penalty Stamkos hooking Colorado power play.
Oh, here we go.
2,000. I put $10 on that.
Sweat time for Big Ragu here with the 1-1 exact score in the period.
Yeah, that power play is nasty.
Yeah,
it is.
That power play is scary. Of course, they scored their goal on the man advantage. Yep, 1 up.
Yeah.
What a block there. Who is that? Sergachev. Great shot block there. See, ESPN and NHL still have Landeskog as the official. No, it's McKinnon. I mean, just let them. They'll change it eventually. It's McKinnon. Rest assured, it's Nate McKinnon. First goal. Yeah.
Where is it?
As long as my sports book has it as McKinnon at the end of the night, that's what matters.
I don't know. That was ticky-tack, I think.
Yeah, that penalty, I thought they deserved the first one, Tampa. That one was a little more, marginal. That's the term, marginal. I don't know if it needed to be called. Yeah.
Oh,
but here's a power play chance.
Hey, Ragu, you said you're on you're on Guardians. Twins are up 6-4. I'm just looking at it right now.
Okay. Well, and then what was the other one? Let me see. Go back. Look. Well, I like the. I know Blackburn's usually pretty good for the A's. What's the score in that game? Because I kind of like the over in that one a little bit.
Let me check it right quick for you.
I think that's a late game. It's probably just starting now, I would think.
Yeah, no score top of the first. Yeah.
Oh.
That had a low number.
I'm going to head out. But it was very nice to see everybody.
Yeah.
And I hope bets go well for everybody.
Yes.
The rest of the night. It's nice to meet you, Bigger Goo.
Yes, sir. Same here, Chad.
Yeah, I've been watching you, man.
We'll see you in the chat tomorrow somewhere, I'm sure.
Yes, sir. I'm
going to be on Jimmy's show tomorrow morning. For
cool.
MLB.
Yeah, I'll be there in the chat.
All right, buddy.
Betting with the bag. There you go. Yep. Tomorrow morning.
Jimmy and I Jimmy. I don't know. I love Jimmy, and I feel like I'm always on the opposite side of him on some of the sides that he picks. I'm like, God. Today he was totally he got me with the Astros. I thought the Mets might pull it off, but they didn't.
Yeah, a lot of people like the Mets today. Bounce back spot for them, but Houston's tough, man. Especially at that Mickey Mouse Park that they play at.
Yes, Minute Maid, the juice box. Yep. You can hit a lot in that park.
A lot of home runs there too, but
definitely
they have a big advantage.
There are a lot of home runs today.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I'll see.
All right, Cheshire Cat. It's all there. He is. Didn't even get to say goodbye. He's out. Cheshire Cat there. Unbelievable. Look, is that Chernak again back? You think you get rid of the guy and he's back out there blocking another shot. That guy's tough as fuck. Eric Chernak. With the blocked shots, it's unreal. And he got injured off one earlier, and he's back out there blocking another shot. And Tampa Bay's close to a big-time penalty kill to keep momentum on their side. And keep this alive for Doc.
This postseason has been brought to you by Toradol. So.
Yeah, Torrid, yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, this is a great opportunity for Colorado.
If Tampa closes this game out and they go back to Colorado for Game 5, what's their mindset going into that game? You guys think that they kind of keep their foot on the gas like they're trying to do here, or they just kind of go back to playing a little tighter game? Because I don't see that matching up any other way with this team.
Tampa, if Tampa can tie the series up tonight, we see the defense start to work again. Yeah, that's where the unders come in. I'll be on under Game 5 if Tampa wins.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this type of play gives them their best chance to win a game, but I think they'll revert back to, like you said, the defensive style of play.
Yeah.
So you have McCarr and McKinnon at plus 800, Kyle. So you've got one half of that is now in the win column. You need the other half now.
Yep, and even regardless of the bet, I just need the Avalanche to score.
Yeah.
But we took McCarr and McKinnon for the boosted. I think it was normally plus 700, boosted to plus 800. So not too bad. I'm still learning all the betting, ins and outs, especially with this new partnership that we have. But I'm interested in it for sure. It'll be fun. Good way to learn is by doing it. So
yeah. Definitely, you get more involved in it, and then you'll end up doing better, no doubt. The more you're involved and you're placing bets and you're looking into certain bets in certain sports, you learn more, you pick up more, definitely, and you actually pick it up pretty quickly. You honestly do. Yeah,
awesome.
I see a two-way line for Tampa Bay is almost like minus 600, and Colorado plus 350. That's a big spread, though. But anybody interested in jumping on Colorado might be. Now would be the time, I would say.
Yep.
At a big plus price.
Yeah. I mean, I got a minus $1.05, but I mean,
$1.05
plus money, maybe that hurts.
Yeah, plus 250 on the money line in some spots. Colorado right now.
I see it 275 right now. So
that's on the. They got. Well, usually with these live numbers, they update pretty quickly, so I'm sure it's pretty. You see. Yeah, they're still showing plus, what did I just say, 348.
Yeah.
588 minus and 348 plus. Game two-way.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's so like draw no bet essentially. Like
yeah,
okay. Yeah, I see 340 for that.
Oh, I see. Yeah, so draw no bet. So if it goes to overtime, you get your money back.
Regulation.
Yeah. Regulation.
That's the play I made tonight with Tampa was on the regulation plus 145.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Wow, Colorado's starting to press a little bit here. They've had the pressure. They had the power play chance. They've had opportunities and looks. This has been a good sequence in the last few minutes for Vasilevsky. Yeah. This is where Kemper's got to shut the door now. I mean, Colorado's starting to get some more zone time, get chances. You're down 2-1. I didn't love the Hedman goal. I'm not saying it was a horrible goal for him to give up, but I didn't love it that it went in on him. This is where Kemper's got to rise up here. Key saves. Key. It's not just saves; it's key saves. Key saves in a playoff game are critical. Timely ones.
Yeah, definitely.
McKinnon, 6 shots in the second period. So there you go. There's the McKinnon shots prop. Let's update the shots on goal props. Let's see how we're doing with them. Because I have McKinnon. That one went over. I have Makar at over 3. He's on 3 shots right now for the Avs. I'm on Kadri with shots, but he hasn't gotten any yet. Lehkonen over 2.5. I've got Big Val over 3. He's got 2 shots so far. For the Lightning, Cirelli's got 5 shots. How about that? His shot number was 1.5. Something I'm going to point out to everybody right now. Bet at the next game. Like, this is something now. This is going to be 9 of the last 11 games that Anthony Cirelli has gone over 1.5 shots on goal. 9 of the last 11. So this is something you may want to start riding now, especially if they're going to keep it at 1.5. Which
Kucherov, Killorn, and Palat each have two shots on goal.
Yep. I just got a Seattle Mariners scoring update, so I think Doc's over is off to a good start. If you like that, Seattle, Oakland. Yep.
Yeah, I took the full game.
Yep. Oh, wow. Screenshot that Vasi never saw, and it didn't even hit the net. 2 shots for Killorn, 2 for Kucherov, 2 for Palat, 1 for Stamkos, 1 for Perry, 1 for Nick Paul. So that's where we're at with and Chernak actually has 3 shots on goal. Hedman with 2, and I've got Hedman over 2.5, so we need 1 more from Hedman.
Ian, I was going to say, usually when I look at sevens in Major League, I'm interested in the first 5s, for the unders, but depending upon the teams and the bullpens, I mean, they're going to pretty much tell you that those pitchers are going to get 6-7 innings for those low numbers like that, but sometimes depending on, the teams, if they're lousy teams, I'll look at the over full game. And I was looking at the splits on both those pitchers, and their worst scenarios were home and away. They were right there. Like if Blackburn I think he pitched better on the road than he does at home.
Yeah, that's actually kind of true with him. He's actually I know for a fact his road ERA is better. Yeah. Hedman just got his 3rd shot on goal, by the way, and he almost got it past Kemper on the wraparound attempt. Kemper was not so sure. So a little unsteady moment there from Darcy Kemper's. Hedman almost beat him for a 2nd straight time.
I thought he was going to put that in, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah. Like he was a little jittery there.
Fuck.
That didn't look like a steady, solid, I'm confident right there with that save on Hedman.
No, not at all.
No. And if you're Tampa Bay, you're probably seeing that on the bench and you're sensing it and you're like, hey, throw everything we can now, at Darcy Kemper and test, where he's at. 4 minutes, by the way, to go in the period. Like I said, we've already cashed with the both teams to score, although I'm going to lose -0.5 Colorado if the score stays as it is because it's an even period so far. So for that to cash, we need Colorado to pop one here in the last 4 minutes. But we don't want that if you're Doc because he's looking for a 1-1 exact second period here.
The worst scenario would be for everybody if Tampa scores.
Yes, that's right. Everybody's going to be out at that point. Yeah. Everyone's going to be dropping a few coins.
Scores, you'll be okay.
Yeah. But that's good so far. Tampa's checking well at the blue line here, making it difficult at the moment to get the puck in. Yeah, they have improved their coverage against Colorado. There's no question. They've improved it as this series. Certainly in Tampa, they've improved it.
Yeah.
Whether they bring that with them to Denver is the question. But
right.
Still lots. This has been a better period, though, for Colorado. Like, they're up to 19 shots now. It's like 15-7 for Colorado, the shots in this period.
What'd they have after the first?
They had 4 shots, Colorado. That was it. And they got 15. They've got triple that almost, yeah. Yeah, Tampa's got a good press going right now, though. Moving the puck around well. And boy, it looks like some of these defensemen for Colorado. Josh Manson's been out. They got the shift counter. Josh Manson's out on the ice for 2 minutes now. That's no good. That can't happen if you're Colorado. No wonder they're just scrambling right now. They need a clear. I mean, this has just been working the puck in the offensive zone here, Tampa Bay. They're just fucking tired. They're sucking the dirty pond water, as Pierre Maguire said all those years. Yeah. They just cannot get. Wow, they can't get off the. They can't clear the zone right now. Holy shit! They did anything to get the puck out right now.
Yeah.
There we go. For a second, anyway.
Wow, still in the zone. Manson's still on the ice. How the hell has he not gotten off the ice? They got a clear just now, Colorado. He's staying on the ice. Come on. He can't be like that. 3 minutes now coming up on the ice. He's got to get the hell off right now. How the hell is he then? Wow, they're going to get a whistle here. So he's finally going to – and we got an injury here to Cirelli going off the ice, and his hand is just drooped like that. That doesn't look good. And Manson, my goodness, he's got to be totally out of gas. Look at him. You see him? Yeah.
Not sure what he was holding, if it was his hand or what. I mean, he's moving his feet pretty well, so it didn't seem like a.
Or is it his arm? Dislocated arm or shoulder, maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Then he rolled over. Oh, he's feeling that arm and that elbow. Yeah, dislocated elbow or arm, something like that. You could see it. He rolls over here, pain. Oh, yeah, right there. Oh. Yeah, and right away he senses it. And it's just funny. You see the Colorado player turn and look at him as he's going sprawling around there, and he's like just turns and skates away. It's like, that's what you do. You leave the wreckage. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like war. It is. It's like, honestly, it's like war. It's like troops at war when you get to this stage of the Stanley Cup playoffs, the final.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. You leave someone there to die or bleed or whatever, so to speak. Yeah. But yeah, Cirelli, bad shape. Yeah, there goes Cirelli props for the next game. Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be a problem. Yeah. Wow, that puck, Vasilevsky was hoping that it would go for icing, but not the case. So he had to end up freezing the puck. So it's 28 seconds left in the period, still 2-1 in favor of Tampa Bay right now. That did not look good for Cirelli. That looks immediately like it's maybe not. It looks like it's the end of his final.
Right. It could be.
Does. At least it looks that way, unless, it magically heals over the next 48 hours before Game 5 on Friday night. But, yeah, that didn't look good. That's too bad. He's really he's getting some offense going now, and he's starting, like we always knew, he's great defensive forward, one of the best they've got.
Right.
So it's an impact absence if he's going to miss the rest of this series, no doubt.
They just start adding up at this time, when they start losing this guy and that guy, then you start losing depth.
Yeah, and not to mention, wow, unbelievable right there. That was a close-in chance right at the end of the second, like just as time was expiring there. Blown defensive coverage by Colorado there, leaving Colton all alone. And he had a point-blank chance, and what a stop for Kemper. Like, that could have been just gut-wrenching and disheartening for Colorado to go down 3-1 in a final second goal.
Definitely.
At the end of the second. But 2-1 Tampa after 2 periods of play. And a big Ragu does it again.
Yeah, once again, well done.
Second period gets there.
Well done, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
That deserves a cheers right there. Well done. And so it's 2-1 going into the third period with the Lightning ahead, and Colorado still with work to do.
I gotta get rolling here. So I'm gonna be chugging this one for you guys, and and then heading on my way. But I hope you guys have a good rest of the cast. I'll try and jump on in the chat a little bit if there's anything I like. I might jump on something in the third period. But like I said, I'm already on Avs money line, so I'm hoping they can make the comeback and get the W there in that aspect. So cheers to you guys.
There you go, chug. There you go, chug it. Yeah. There he goes. Look at that. And this guy can drink. I have no worries that he's not going to be able to chug that. Look at that. Right
Light
there.
work. Light work.
Easy. Piece of cake. Piece of cake.
All right, folks. Have a good night, y'all.
All right, Alex. See you in the chat. Yep, good stuff. All right. There he is, Alex B. Smith. All right, we got one period left. It is 2-1 in favor of Tampa Bay. We've got one period left here, third period coming up. Great stuff. Thanks to everyone in the chat for joining us. Hit the like button. If you want to join us on the Betcast, now we're down to 3, so there's more room than there was earlier on. So, I'll send you the link if you want to join us here. Just send me a DM. I'll send you to email as well. If you want to join the Betcast, you can for the third period. We got one more period here to go. Tampa Bay 2-1, and biggest period of the series is coming up. Biggest period of the series. Tampa Bay closes this game out, and we've got a brand new series. It's down to a best of 3. They've got real belief they can still win the Stanley Cup, win their third straight Stanley Cup. But if they lose and Colorado comes back, man, does it totally go the other way, where Colorado's up 3-1, and then they're going to have 2 chances to win in Denver just to get 1 win. I mean, that's why this is such an important game for Tampa Bay to find a way to close it out here in the latter stages. But Big Ragu, how confident are you feeling right now?
I mean, this is a team that's been there and done that. They play best when their back's up against the wall in most cases. And right now, they're out in front of it a little bit now. So if they even the series up, definitely if they go back to Colorado down 3-1, it's going to be some tough sledding. But they've done it before, but it's not a predicament they want to put themselves in, obviously. So main thing is just to come out of here with a win and try to get some rest and gear up for Colorado.
And Kyle doesn't want to hear that anything about a Tampa win. He's got shades of 2.
Game. The 1-goal game, basically. It's not a 4-goal
Kyle
game.
Big Ragu is a Calgary guy, and he's a Calgary Flames fan. And who beat Calgary in the 2004 Stanley Cup final? Oh yeah,
No. They did not. No. That puck was across the line. Calgary won in 04. I mean, it's
John Tortorella's Tampa Bay Lightning as well, way back in the day, in his younger days. Yeah,
I do like Torts. Like Torts.
The Torts is good for entertainment. Yeah, he is. He always keeps things lively and exciting and interesting. Yeah, but you have your reasons for hating Tampa, Kyle. You do. Yeah.
Which is funny because Pointer's a Calgary boy too. So,
is he still up at the Columbus organization?
No, Flyers. He got hired. Yeah.
Oh, the Flyers.
Yeah, Philadelphia now, where he's going to be asked to turn around a team that's been a disaster especially last year. Everything that could go wrong for Philadelphia did. Yeah. But we'll see. He's got a lot of work to do. The thing is, he's going to demand defensive attention and shot blocking and all that shit. And Philadelphia needs that. Philadelphia, that's exactly where they have to get better defensively because they were just horrible last year. So Tortorella will help them in that regard for sure. All right, so I split the bets, but I'm profitable actually with those 2 bets because they were both plus money. Both teams to score was plus 170. The Avs puck line was plus 155. So even though I lose that one, we come out of it ahead with a little bit of profit. So that's the good thing. Third period, I don't know what I'm going to look for yet in the third period. I was going to
say, how are we looking at the third period here? What are we looking at?
Wow. Let me just see here. Maybe 2-0 Tampa Bay. No, I don't know if I could go 2-0 Tampa Bay. 1-1, where it could be 3-1 and they score late, 3-2, or 2-2 and we go to overtime, or no, that can't be. But 3-2. That's true. I'm looking at maybe what Big Ragu did last period. Periods, a second period correct score. I might go third period correct score. Something here in this third period.
Tampa's like plus 600 for a 2-0, but I don't know if they get there.
Yeah.
If they get an early goal, maybe an empty net late, but it's still a 1-goal game. I was curious to see what the price would be like for ending in the tie in regulation right now.
Yeah.
Just kind of hedge my other bet possibly, but I don't think I'm in danger of that. I'll just kind of watch that live as it's going. I'll see the flow, how the flow of the periods working. Mid period.
I'm going to say, I could actually go draw because that's what is the draw here? The draw right now
is what I show.
Yeah. plus 265, or I could go period 3 correct score, which would be 2-1 Colorado. That would be the draw too at plus 850. Isn't that strange?
Yeah,
Colorado 2-1 in the third, which would be 3-3.
Right.
Would be the draw, and it's plus 8. That Colorado 2-1 score in the third period is plus 850. The draw is like plus 265.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's some good.
I'm going to do that. Colorado 2-1, and we have some overtime tonight. It kind of feels like this could actually go OT because
It's
Colorado's
tight. I
still
mean,
a shot away.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's probably the smarter bet. I
Just
mean,
for a little fun.
Sure.
Yeah, just for a little fun wagering here. Colorado 2, Tampa Bay 1, third period, plus 850, which means 3-3 after the third period, which means overtime. So that's what I'm going to do. See if Colorado ends up getting going a little bit offensively here in the third now that they're down a goal. Open it up. That's going to open up the game a little bit too. I'm going to target probably an over in the third period if it drops to 1.5. I'm not going to take it now at 2.5. I'm going to see if I can maybe get a 1.5 at some point.
I'll probably tell you on that play too, because what that does for me is if Tampa doesn't win the regulation and it goes to a draw, I still make a little bit of money. So I'm not going to play it for a whole unit. I'll probably play it for maybe like a half unit, or maybe even a quarter unit for that matter. Just to kind of hedge out a little bit.
Someone who was on the show last season as our guest a couple of times, Grant Arnold. He's been so busy this year he hasn't been able to join us, but he just sent me a message just now. This is the period that Alex Killorn scores a goal for the Tampa Bay Lightning, and this guy hasn't scored in ages. He hasn't scored in like 12 or 13 games. And so we'll see if he's right here for the number 17 Tampa Bay Lightning, Alex Killorn. If you want to bet that, by the way, Alex Killorn to score a goal here in the remaining part of this game, it would be plus. Let me see here. Killorn, where is he here? Killorn is, for some reason, I don't see him listed here. He should be. Maybe it's because he hasn't scored in forever. They just don't even.
Maybe
they gave up on it.
You have to put it under other.
Yeah, I don't even see it under anytime goal scorer at 365. I'm going to have to check Bet Rivers or see if someone else has that. I'm shocked. Like, I know he hasn't scored in forever, but he is still a top 6 forward. Last I checked here, live goal scorer. Here we go. There we go. There's Killorn. Killorn is at plus 2,000, 20-1. That seems like it's too high.
That's what he was for the first goal, I believe.
Yeah. Hold on. Is it next goal scorer, anytime goal scorer? That's what we're looking for. You got to be careful and make sure you're looking for anytime goal scorer in 20-1 is overtime goal score. So we don't want that.
Again. Ready for this one? No fourth goal plus 1,100.
You gonna try it again?
No, I'm not going to try it again.
No, not tonight.
I just seen it.
Hey, it worked. It worked a couple nights ago for you, Big Ragu. Yeah, with Game 3, you took that in the second period, 11-1.
It's a different vibe tonight, though.
Yeah, different vibe a little bit for sure. So third period is we're waiting for that to begin. You're still sitting on McKinnon and McCarr, right? The goal scorer tandem at plus 800. So there's still plenty of time and opportunity for that. And you've got the team that's looking to, push the attack, push the envelope here. They're down by a goal. They've got to open up. They got to take chances. They got to shoot from anywhere. Hopefully that's good news for Cale Makar and for you, Kyle, for him to find the back of the net here.
Yeah, I hope so. They really got to pick it up if they want to pull this game out. But, I mean, Tampa's been playing a really strong defensive game. And, they're blocking a lot more shots than you've seen them block in the last couple of games.
Yeah.
They're doing exactly what I figured Tampa would do at home is, come back, especially after such a strong game, Game 3. If they lose at home, then they're probably done, to be completely honest, because I don't know how well they're going to play in Colorado going forward. I mean, like we kind of talked about earlier, the first 2 games, they didn't play that well at all either. But I mean, then again, you never know. They lost the first 2 games in the last series and came back 1-4 straight. So I'm pulling for the Avs, and I need Makar to get one tonight. So, But
that's what we hope for. Yeah.
Yep. I have to head out. I might, if it goes to overtime, I might pop back on here. And
all right, yeah. If it goes to OT, you will be here. We're definitely staying on for OT as well if it gets there.
Awesome. Perfect.
Good to have you, Kyle. Good stuff. Yep.
Nice to meet you, Big Ragu.
All right, Kyle. Same here, my friend.
Best of luck, fellas.
You too. Go Cale Makar for you. I'm saying that for you. So you get that big plus 800 in cash for you. Yeah.
Appreciate it. And good luck with the rest of your guys' bets as well.
Yeah, you too. All right, Kyle. Thanks.
See ya.
All right, there we are. Kyle joining us here on the BetCast here. Third period coming up here momentarily. But so there we go. Just to recap, I'm going to be looking at that 2-1 Colorado correct score third period plus 850. Fun bet. That's all it is. Just a fun bet, add to the excitement here of the third period. But I do think it's got a shot. I do think we could see 3-3 at the end of the third, which is what that would deliver.
And that would kill a lot of under bets too.
Yes, it would. Yeah, we're basically slaying the under dragon with that as well. So we'll see if it plays out that way and we get that 3-3 to happen. But that's what we're hoping for. But again, this is the most important period really of the series coming up. So we'll see how that ends up transpiring here with the third period, because this is everything for Tampa Bay. They got to close this out. They've got an opportunity. They're on home ice. They played a pretty nice hockey game to this point, but as of right now, they are currently only up 2-1. They've still got work to do against a Colorado team that can strike at any moment. So there's still plenty of work to do. I'm sure he's going to go back to the same speech he gave against the Rangers that I mentioned earlier in the BetCast, where Cooper's saying, you got these guys tired. We've got them. We're carrying the play here. Just make them turn around and go after the puck. Turn defensively, make them work, make them go after the loose puck in their own zone, and force them to skate, and try to wear them out that way. And we'll see if he goes to the well with that speech again.
Yeah. I mean, a guy like Hedman, early on, he was struggling in the first couple of games, and I figured he'd step up sooner than later. Tonight, he's going to have to. I think he's going to have a pretty good third period too, on the defensive side, without a doubt. So, I just hope that Tampa is able to keep the pressure on, and kind of both ends of the ice, so to speak. Keep the puck in their offensive zone. Check at the blue line, and for Colorado's sake, they need to get their skates going and figure things out and keep the confidence in their goalie, because he's not playing a bad game in actuality. He got a rough first goal and kind of settled down. So it's a good hockey game tonight.
No, it absolutely is a good hockey game. I know when this third period starts, I'm going to run to the fridge very quickly and get the Pink Whitney out. We're breaking that out for the third period here, the final period of the game, potentially. And maybe the final period of our betcasts, because there is no guarantee that there is a Game 7, and our next betcast would be Game 7 next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern if there is a Game 7, but still a big if. Having said that, we take one huge, gigantic step closer to a Game 7 if Tampa Bay wins tonight.
Yeah,
that's for sure. Because then it starts to look like a Homer series where it's just, hey, the home team's going to win every game, and we go Game 7.
You think somebody's going to win on the road. Whoever wins first game on the road is probably going to win the cup, right? That's how it's going to work out, I would say.
How are you feeling, Josh? Josh Lucero in our chat, who's an Avs fan. How are you feeling right now? Are you confident? Are you in a situation where you're feeling relatively good about what's going on right now with the Colorado Avalanche, even though they're trailing by a goal right now here in the third, 2-1? It looks like Cirelli's going to try to come back on the ice maybe and play. I mean, he's putting the jersey and the shoulder pads on. I guess they took a glimpse in the dressing room at Tampa. Is he actually going to come back from whatever he was? It looked like he'd maybe dislocated an arm or an elbow in that.
Yeah, he went down pretty quick. Like you grab his arm, then he skated towards the bench. But it looked like maybe it was just a real bad stinger, possibly. He just couldn't pick his arm up, and he got some therapy back in the locker room. But it didn't look good, like you said. So we'll see.
This sport in particular is incredible when it comes to treating the players. The medical teams for hockey players. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Whether it's losing teeth, losing chiclets on the ice, taking a puck in the mouth area, the teeth will just, basically put it all back together, and bam, there you go. He's back on the ice 3 minutes later, 5 minutes later. They just stopped the bleeding, no teeth, missing teeth, and there. He just got cut. He's fine. There we go. Okay.
Is that
so it isn't dislocated elbow. That's a good thing. See, I don't have the volume up too loud.
Yeah.
Turnsy, so I can't hear the reports on certain teams. Yeah, just from a baseball standpoint, I'll just throw it out there that it looks like the Braves have tied the Giants at 3 in the 9th, and the Yankees have taken the lead against the Rays, and they were down most of that game. They're now at 5-4 on the Rays. I've got Baltimore first 5 full game split. That's in good shape, 3-0. I was on that Cubs Pirates over. That was as easy as it gets. All the runs being scored pretty much from the Cubs, up 14-1.
Wow. 14
on the over with St. Louis and Milwaukee, because St. Louis just crushes lefties, just destroys lefty pitching, and they're doing it again.
Lauer's not having a game today? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, Lauer's not having a great game today, and that game's gone over. And I had the Cardinals team total overs when they play a lefty. That's like a go-to for me every time. Yep. Just like the White Sox. White Sox are another one. Braves can be another team against lefties. They do well. Yep.
The last two with Giolito, though, like you were saying, I heard you talking about, La Russa falling asleep in a dugout when they start saying his name. He wakes up. Yep. His last 2 starts, he's been that way. He let him go too long as the start before this one when they were playing Houston.
Yeah.
At Houston, I had 3.5, and that was a game I kind of knew the kiss of death was in play because everybody but their grandmother was on the over 3.5 against Houston. Lefty matchup, but Framber threw a hell of a game against them. A lot of ground balls. Nothing got up in the air. Just that was a game that they didn't have it. They couldn't hit the ball worth of shit.
No, they couldn't. They couldn't hit the ball at all. I remember that start well against Valdez. It didn't make me too thrilled. It looks like the third period just about to start now, which means I'm going to just quickly run, get the Pink Whitney, and I will be right back. And we'll get this third period going. I will be right back. Big Ragu will entertain you for just a minute. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Flash.
So who would have thought that I'd be here doing a hockey night with Ian, right? Hockey's is a sport I love, but I'm not really I'm up on hockey, but I more like regionalized. I keep track of Tampa, the Panthers, that type of thing. And when the playoffs come, I get interested in getting on board with some of the live betting and stuff like that. But what are some of you guys' plays for the rest of the night? Put them in the chat. And if you have any looks for tomorrow, I know it's a hockey night, but if you got any MLBs or any Canadian football that you're interested this weekend, put it up in the chat. So then we're going to have a little bit of college football coming up very shortly too. I'll be putting out some content talking about, the different divisions in the college football ranks, SEC, ACC. And of course, he and I, we do a football show along with Connor and DJ Big Boss. For the guys are familiar with our crew that we do over at the other network. We do a little bit of pub sports radio. Last year we did a college football show, which went we capped every game on the board before kickoff, 3 hours every Saturday morning. So that's right around the corner, college football. So get ready for that. Usually what I do is when July comes after the All-Star break, I don't give up on MLB, but I just take a little hiatus as far as content goes, and then I jump right back in right before the playoffs, and then we're on the college football from July forward.
And I'm looking forward to being back on that college football. I got to talk to Jeff about that, but we'll get that up and running again. Hopefully next season, college football Saturday kickoff show, 10 a.m. Eastern with Big Ragu, with me, with Connor Mack, and with DJ Big Boss. It'd be great to get that back again. We all love our college football.
Yeah. So what about Canadian football this week? You got any good game? Anything you're looking at early on in the week?
So there it is. There we go. We got the Pink Whitney in the house. Yeah, I mean, I like BC, but the line's moved. I like Montreal, but the line's moved. That's always the issue with my CFL likes, because I send them out and they move.
Yeah.
But I like those two sides, Montreal and BC, especially this week.
So on the Canadian football numbers, do they move pretty quick? I mean, because is it thinly traded, or what's, or is it just the books, the offshores and whatnot? They react pretty quick to some of the action that's coming in on the overnights and stuff like that.
Yeah, because any bet that, like, they have lower limits for CFL, but when they see people plunking down 500, 1,000, or more than that, pushing the limit that you can bet on a CFL game, it ends up being a situation where they're scared of that money a little bit, and they're worried, hey, that's a strong opinion. This guy knows something. He's probably good with CFL. He follows the league. And so they move the line right away. Yep.
Yeah. Well, they know when the action's coming in, who it's coming in from, more or less, before they make those type of moves.
No doubt here. All right. For Doc's sake, I don't know if Big Ragu's seen it yet. We did have something just happen in the Tampa Bay. Something of the goal variety just happened in the Tampa Bay Colorado game.
I'm offline here. Let me get back online.
There you go. All right. So
you go ahead and call it out, whatever it is.
there we go. I will call it. It was a tying goal for the Colorado Avalanche. A shot from the point, and of all people, Nico Sturm, fourth line goal for the Colorado Avalanche. How many people had Nico Sturm to get a point or a goal tonight? If you did, this is your lucky day.
Yeah. What was it? Do you know?
I didn't even check, but it had to have been 700. I think it was around that range, plus 700 or so, just to score a goal. But Colorado is equalized, and we have ourselves a 2-2 game here. Avs and Lightning here in the third period. So just like that, momentum swings to the Colorado Avalanche here in this third period. Now it's up to Tampa to respond. Can they put a good shift together here to try to get the momentum back in a 2-2 tie 4 minutes into the third?
I wonder what the highest scoring period would be, like what the odds are on that. If the third period, what that would come out. Let's see.
So remember, I'm on the 2-1 Colorado in this third period.
That's a good. You're off to a good start there, my friend.
Yeah, and that means we need 3-3 in terms of the score after the third. And that unfortunately, that goal killed my opportunity to wait for a better 1.5 live third period total at a better price. It was still 2.5. It hadn't even gone down yet to 1.5, but missed our chance there. You can't win them all, can't bet them all.
No, you're never going to hit them all perfect. Once in a while you do. Like the other night, I was very fortunate to hit quite a few of them that way, but rarely you get them that way, come that way.
Yes.
Do you? Like you say, if you're not that you're hedging out, but if you're protecting them, you could call it a hedge, but you hope you have an opportunity in the middle sometimes, and not so much. I don't know. Can you middle? What are some of the plays you can middle in hockey? Is there anything
yeah, you can always you could always take plus 2.5 puck line with a team and minus 1.5 with the other. There's always those opportunities in game. Yep. There's definitely totals middles opportunities. Cause for instance, there's a lot of times where the game is 3-2 in the first period and you get a 9.5 total. And if you got the full game over, and under 9.5 is not always a bad way to go and try to middle it.
Yeah. Well, the question I was really trying to ask was, what are the opportunities you like to look at the middle in hockey? I know there's always some type of middle opportunity, but if I'm looking to middle something, there's always on a plus side for both.
Yes. Definitely. You could do that. You could get maybe Colorado at a plus, if Tampa Bay's up, 3-1, you can take Colorado at a plus price, or you can take, vice versa, the other team's up by, and it's usually sometimes with bigger favorites, they need to be up by 2 to get a really good plus price with the other team.
Yeah.
Instead of just up by a goal. Depends on how big of a favorite they are coming in.
It's like I said, I think when I come on, I came on the second period, right? Yeah. So I was saying, when Colorado was down 2-1, I says you can get plus 385 on them at that point in time. Now, what are we going to get on Colorado on a live bet?
Yes.
Now it's minus 112.
Yeah.
So.
See, look at that. Do you know my 2-1 Colorado third period? It's down to plus 450 now. and I took it at plus 850. See, look at the adjustment already in price just on the 2-2 goal by the Avs. All of a sudden, you're getting nowhere close to the price I was able to before the start of the period. Yeah.
Now it comes down to who's gonna make the mistake or who doesn't want to make the mistake.
Yeah, especially Tampa. They might be a little bit jittery now, a little bit more jittery now because this game's everything for them. There's probably no way back. There's probably not a road. I don't want to say for sure because Tampa Bay is a heart of a warrior, a champion, but it's very difficult to see a road back if they're down 3-1 after tonight. So do they get more fumbly with the puck? Here goes McInnis. He's starting to get that speed going. Let's see if he can get a burst going here for the Avs. Nate McInnis. Colorado is starting to buzz again here. That's Tampa Bay looks like they're a little wobbly right now. Just trying to clear the puck out, hanging on a little bit. No next goal, plus 300. That means to go to over. So basically it ends 2-2. Yeah. I don't know. I'd want to, I think, a little better. Is that all it is? Plus 300? No next goal? Let me check. Yeah, it is. Yeah, no fifth goal, no next goal. I'm even seeing plus 250. Yep, in some books. So yeah, it's lots of time left. But again, you don't want to wait. If you really have conviction that it's going to end 2-2, you can't wait. You're going to bet it now because the price is only going to get worse. Yeah, Colorado's really having doing a good job here, carrying the play. All right, here's a salute. Cheers to everybody. Joining us here, 13 minutes to go in the third, 2-2 Avs and Lightning. Going to take our first swig of Pink Whitney here in what's a very exciting and important Game 4 here in this series. Like, Avs are swarming right now. This is trouble for Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's kind of just, trying to withstand this onslaught here for Colorado and then try to counterattack the other way and get, convert on one chance. That's kind of like how they're reverting into playing right now. It's almost like they've hit a wall.
Right.
It's funny how Colorado looked like they were stuck in mud at times last period. Now it's Tampa that really looks like they're gassing out a little bit. But anyway, here we go. Cheers.
So, cheers.
There we go. Cale Makar with a good burst. See, they're starting to get the skating game going again, the Avs. And that's when they're absolutely at their best. And you can see their speed is starting to open up some things again, and it's been a while since that's happened. Is that a serious question, Boston Nick? You never heard of Pink Whitney? You got to believe you've heard of it. Maybe not.
The first time I stumbled across it about 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And I seen it was Barstool and whatnot, and I said, well, it looks like pink lemonade. What I figured vodka was in it, right? And I just took it home. I just bought a small bottle. I said, this stuff's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Just throw a little club soda in there or drink it, on the rocks if you like it that way.
Yep. No, it's pink. It's pink lemonade. Yeah, it's pink lemonade. Vodka flavored pink lemonade. There you go. Yeah. And it's 30% in the whole bottle. So yeah, chugging it might create a problem if you chug it.
Yeah.
Which you shouldn't do.
It's not 80 proof. It's 60 proof, but still.
Yeah. It can definitely pack a punch. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It's a little harder than Mike's hard lemonade. How about that?
Yeah. I would say so, just a little bit. No question about that. So again, Big Ragu and I were in San Antonio, by the way, a couple of months ago for Pub Sports Radio. It was a blast. It was so much fun. It's nice to know that I've got a place where I can seek refuge if I get evicted or, I go bankrupt. I can always say I can go down and sleep at Southtown 101 or something.
Hey, you come down to Florida too. If they don't want you there, come to Florida. We'll take you over here.
Oh, I appreciate that. But yeah, I've got places where I can just, things are falling apart around me. My business is ruined. I'm bankrupt. I don't have a pot to piss in. We got Big Ragu opening his door for me. We've got Jeff Slaughter in Southtown 101, where they're going to be building some places, in the back room for people to actually stay for a night or so I've heard. So We got places to be to again seek refuge if I ever fall on hard times. Yeah.
Listen, Ian, you just show up to any airport, they're going to have red carpet for you no matter where you go. Don't worry about it.
Not at Pearson Airport these days. They just treat you like shit there. You know, just like the man that was responsible for this drink, Ryan Whitney. Yeah, his experience at Pearson Airport, it was a shit show. Not enough employees at that damn airport.
Oh man, I know. The airline industry is a friggin' mess right now too.
Oh yeah,
big mess.
No, it is an
I
absolute.
wouldn't travel unless you absolutely have to right now.
Yeah.
That's how bad it is.
Have to, or you really want to go so bad, you got to travel, and you say, "Hey, I'll deal with the bullshit I'm going to encounter at the airport." Yeah.
A lot of people are like frustrated because it's summertime and family vacations and shit like that. They don't care. They're just going to go just to get away from shit. As crazy as things are most places anymore, but you just got to keep a positive mindset and try to have a good time. If you might expect delays no matter where you go though. That's a given.
That is a given. Oh, that's definitely chilled. It's just straight out of the fridge, Matt Green. I pulled it out from my fridge just 2 minutes ago. So I'm just having a few swigs of it. Nothing crazy, but we wanted to bust it out here for the third period. It might be the last night of our betcasts for the year because, again, we're only on Game 7. So we're not going to have.
You've been doing that all season long or just for the playoffs?
All season. Even going back to the regular season. Regular season, we had it every Tuesday night. It was one of the busy hockey nights, Tuesdays during the regular season. And then most of the playoffs have been Tuesday as well. But then we've Stanley Cup final. You got to go by the schedule. So we do it whatever day is the best. And we try to avoid the weekends because weekends people are busy, going places, going out, all that stuff. So we try to keep it to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday betcasts, sometimes Thursday as well. That's why we don't have one Friday. Friday for Game 5, it's the weekend. Sunday we don't have one, but we'll be here for Game 7 if there is one.
Yeah, I'm sure if Colorado wins tonight, you probably won't see a Game 7. But if Tampa does, then we got a shot.
Great. I think a very good shot for Game 7 if Tampa wins. Almost zero shot if Colorado wins. That's exactly the way I see it too. Yeah. Tampa Bay. There's Killorn. I'm going to remember that my buddy says Killorn's scoring a goal here in the third period. Problem is I can't, like I say, I'm having a hard time finding his anytime goal scorer prop right now.
I found 20 on DraftKings.
20. Yeah.
Plus 2,000.
Yeah. That seems. Well, I guess because, actually, you know what? You've got Paul and you've got Perry at 16. You've got Palat at 12. But
Palat was another one.
Yeah. This Anthony Cirelli we're finding out how tough of a son of a gun he is right now. Wow. I mean, he's gone through a lot in terms of, oh my gosh, right off the face-off, I think it hit the crossbar, a shot by Tampa. Wow. Beat Kemper clean, but did not beat the iron. Up the top line's out for Colorado again. Let's see if they can get something going.
Yeah. They'll be buzzing again.
Yep. And look at Stamkos, the captain there. That was Makar, who can shoot the puck as hard probably as anyone in the NHL right now, and he just goes down and blocks that shot. Just incredible. Oh yeah, he took that right in the fucking foot. The part that's not protected. Yeah. But there he is on the bench. He'll be fine. He'll be out there next shift. You got to give him credit. There's that's serious, pain threshold, pain tolerance, that term, it shows in these. That's the thing that I marvel about with this sport. Just the absolute ability to play through incredible pain and keep going. I mean, the NBA could learn something from that. Baseball could learn something from that. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, there's no rest in hockey. Nobody's sitting out. Nobody's sit out for like injuries and stuff like that, but there's no, I need rest tonight. These guys are out here, especially like you said, Stanley Cup playoff game. Everything's on the line.
Yeah. I mean, that shows you how badly they want it too. Like that cup, that also shows the beauty of the Stanley Cup, the trophy. That trophy, people give a shit about holding that thing over the head. I don't like, not the Larry O.B. is special. You're a champion, but it's not got the same size or the same, it just doesn't have the same, it just doesn't pop out at you because it's such a big trophy and Stanley Cup and you got your name on it and everything. And even, the World Series trophy is nice. I'll give it that, but it's not quite the same thing. Super Bowl's a nice trophy, but I'd say the Stanley Cup's the nicest looking trophy. And it's just such a big trophy. You got your name on it when you win it.
So the Stanley Cup, it gets passed around, obviously, right? But those other trophies, they just kind of sit in the case somewhere eventually. I mean, they rested eventually, but it gets passed around. So that's the tradition with the Cup.
Yeah, why don't we have a day with the Super Bowl or a day with Larry O.B., the NBA title? Or why don't we do that? It's only in hockey, day with the Stanley Cup for every player. That's what's so unique about it. Like, nobody takes the Larry O'Brien trophy for a day and has the family and all the friends and relatives, they piss on it or pee in it like some people have done with the Stanley Cup, or eat, poutine or eat cereal out of it or whatever. Only the Stanley Cup. All right, halfway through the third right now, 2-2 with the Avs and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Colorado's had a nice period here. They really have. Tampa Bay, they've had the better of the chances, although there was a crossbar chance that Tampa had, but it was really the only one of the few really good chances they've had in this third period. So this game is up for grabs right now in what's just the ultimate swing game in the series. It's either 2-2 or 3-1. But Colorado looks like they've got a little bit more jump than Tampa at the moment. We'll see if that continues on. But, I like the way the Avs are playing right now. Tampa's just trying to survive, clear pucks out, and hopefully capitalize. That's really what Tampa's playing like in this third, Doc. They're just clearing the puck out of the zone, making sure they get it out of harm's way, just letting Colorado try to, roll over and over again into their zone, just survive it and see if they can't pounce on a mistake.
Yeah, that's what they're waiting for.
Yep. They're waiting for it. Yep.
They're waiting for one opportunity, like you said. The other team, Colorado, they're buzzing. They want to put the puck in the back of the net. Tampa's just kind of waiting for that one opportunity.
Yeah, and see, that's exactly it right now. Colorado just trying to, or just actually they are attacking in waves right now, and they've had a bunch of good looks, but Tampa Bay's just trying to hold them off and fend them off right now. To their credit, though, they're defending with reckless abandon. Tampa. They're tying up, their sticks are active, they're blocking a shit ton of shots, and that's getting them very far right now in terms of keeping this 2-2 at the moment. But yeah, really, really good in terms of offensive zone time. Just haven't had anything just quite yet to show for it, other than the goal they scored much earlier in the period. But good chances here for Colorado. Good save right there by Kemper. Just a wide open point shot for Hedman, and Kemper made a good save just now. So looks like there'll be a face-off. I think it's a TV timeout as well with like 8 minutes to go in the third. So still 2-2. Means we got some work to do to get to 3-3 if this long shot is going to cash for me with this 2-1 third period score.
I don't know if you got to look at the action on the under. I mean, early on, there was a ton of money on the under, with the like some ridiculous number, like 99% of the money. So I guess sharps and squares were on the same side on that particular bet. But I don't know what it finally went off at, before they dropped the puck. But I know it was a bunch of, and it was sharp. It was early sharp money on the under tonight.
Yeah, there was. There were a couple people during the course of the day that I talked to. They were starting to make a case for the under. It's not like they loved the under necessarily, but they were starting to make a case for the under. That not every game's going to go over the total in this series. That we're eventually going to see both teams tighten up. I thought it would be Game 5 when we see it, because I still thought Game 4 would go over the total. But obviously, there's going to have to be a goal pretty quickly in the next few minutes if there's still going to be a chance for the game to go over. Otherwise, we could be looking at 2-2, and we could be looking at overtime with someone winning 3-2. That's at the moment, that's what it's looking like.
So the over 5.5 is OT and penalties included. Yeah, with 5.5, that might as well be 6 for that matter. Then it's definitely going over, so that doesn't even make sense.
This is going to be an interesting conclusion, because I actually like the tactics that Tampa Bay is taking right now. You know, it's not the worst thing in the world for them to sit, because if they open it up, they're kind of playing into Colorado a little bit. You know, if they're pinching in, you know, Hedman and McDonough and their defensemen and opening things up, then Colorado can just burn you in transition with rush chances, and they can't afford really to do that, Tampa. So their only tactic is, you know, kind of focus on defending first, and then just try to capitalize on a chance we get the other way after we have a good defensive, you know, stand.
Tampa Bay line into the no bet.
Puck went out of play, but no delay of game penalty. No delay of game penalty here. They're going to say it deflected, so they won't call a penalty there. It looks like the Braves, by the way, walked off the Giants, which I like because I had Atlanta in that game there. Happy to see that.
That's a casher.
Yeah, it definitely is. Atlanta getting it done there. It's 7-7 with Cleveland and Minnesota tonight. Tons of runs there.
Oh, it's 7-7 now. I'm still alive in that game.
Yep. Cleveland Guardians are one of the hotter teams in baseball right now.
Yeah.
Playing really well. They're right in the division mix right now for first.
Minnesota, they I'm gonna say they surprised, but I was listening to the GM before the season kicked off, and I like what he had going on up there. I said, you know, this team, they're going to be real competitive. I didn't think they would kind of stretch out what they did early on like they did. And, you know, you had that lull with the White Sox, and then, of course, you know, Cleveland, we kind of figured they would be up and down a little bit, but they'd be competitive. But I think Cleveland's going to kind of turn things around on Minnesota second half of the season, I would say. They'll be viable.
There we go. Good stuff. Someone enjoyed the Betcast so much earlier that he's back. Andrew Parent, what's up?
Hey,
How
Andrew.
you doing? Sorry for the departure. I had to get a little work done here.
That's okay. You came back for the best part, because we were looking at the game being decided if in the next 7 minutes, maybe even OT might be needed.
I know in my plus 200 bet for Colorado to score over 2.5 after the first period might actually come to fruition here.
There you go.
There you go, which has got that potential. All you need now is a goal anywhere. It doesn't matter, third or overtime, just them getting that third goal. And I'm sitting on that too, team total over. That's my best bet on the Ice Guys show today. So I'd like to see that.
Tampa.
For Colorado, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I saw the line earlier. It was only, I think it was actually listed at 3 before when I looked on Barstool. So I didn't touch it. And then when I teased it down, it was like minus 170 or something like that. But after the first, it was a much favorable bet.
Exactly. You would have gotten a great price, and what was it, 2.5 at plus price you would have gotten, right?
Yeah. Well, after the so it actually went from 3 to 2.5, and it went from, it was minus 170. Now it was plus 200 when I put it in. That's
wow. That's a great price. And you just need one more goal here to be able to cash that. John Cooper's clapping on the bench. He's trying to keep everybody upbeat. I don't blame him. Hang in there, boys. Just need one break to go our way. Hang in there. Yeah.
Stick to the plan, he's telling them.
Yep.
It really is war. He looks like a general saying, all right, boys, don't get shot here. Don't fucking lose a leg here. Let's go. Keep going. Keep fighting. Right. Keep battling. Yeah.
Just stay alive here, boys. We got a Stanley Cup. You get a couple months off here in a week or so.
Yeah. It's like shrapnel all over the ice, like for body parts all over the place, and blocked shots and teeth falling out. And we thought arms and elbows dislocated in the case of Sorelli, although it looks like he was fine. He was just cut. I mean, it ain't for the faint of heart, this sport. What these guys are battling through right now, and everybody's playing through bumps and bruises. If you think everybody's 100%, you need your head examined. Everybody's playing through something right now.
Yeah, the fact that Carter's back is just remarkable.
Yeah. Like with that thumb of his, it's probably totally fucked, but
Oh yeah.
He's still playing through it somehow. It's just unbelievable. Just guts. That's the word. Guts. Every hockey player, they've got unbelievable guts. All of them. Yeah.
How's Kucherov looked? I know last game he was a little hurt there towards the end. I haven't been able to watch too much here.
Let me see. Kucherov tonight. He hasn't been overly noticeable tonight. Kucherov with 2 shots, no points. +1 though.
Yeah, I just got it up now. Still 17 minutes of ice time though. You can.
Yep. No, he's still getting. He's definitely going to get the opportunity, the shifts, the minutes on the ice. But just in terms of the stat line, it's just been quiet because sometimes he has like 6 shots by now. He's only got 2. He's got no points. Hasn't factored in any of the 2 Tampa Bay goals yet. All right, we've reached our last TV timeout, so it's still 2-2 with like 5 minutes and change left here in the third period. Obviously, you know what? It's got a good chance to go to OT, but now the draw is -240, so it's reflected that we got a good chance for OT. You're better off just, hey, maybe someone pops one here in the final 5 minutes. If you think Colorado, both teams +450 money line right now, regulation money line.
Yeah, I've seen that versus the draw.
We've seen some last second shit here. I'm going to try Colorado +450. Let's make this interesting here. Colorado +450 regulation. I'm going to lock that in. Very small bet. +450 Colorado. Third period money line or regulation right now. Yep.
Be interesting to see what the overtime lines are.
Yep. Well, if we go to OT, many books have OT goal scorer props. I'm going to pick one from each, bet one from each team. That's always my tradition. One player from each team, and we see if we can hit a lottery. Because that's what it is. Everybody's like 10-1 odds or better to score at OT. And that's one of the best things about Stanley Cup playoff hockey is sudden death overtime. They don't do what soccer does it the wrong way. I mean, you just play 30 minutes and you can score how many times penalty kicks. No, it's just brutal. It's an embarrassment the way they do it. This is how it's done. Sudden death. Yep. Like you can criticize NHL for shootouts, but at least we get rid of that shit after the regular season.
Right, and they should do the same thing, especially like in the Champions League.
Yeah. Like that to me phonies up the UEFA Champions League if they ever have a final where it's decided by penalty kicks. Yeah. I don't think that's a great way to determine your champion. To me, it's not. It's basically you're trying to shoot one left or right on that big fucking huge net, and the goalie's just like a pinball machine. He's trying to guess left or right. Do I dive left? Do I dive right? It's just a terrible way to go about it. Terrible, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I mean, especially
like a punishment.
But they say that the Champions League final is way bigger than the Super Bowl. I mean, there's just so much money on the line.
Yeah. Well, I don't doubt that. I certainly know how big soccer is. There's things about it that really piss me off, but I'm certainly not ignorant to the fact that it's popular and it's like a global sport. It's popular so all around the world. Can't deny that. Parts of me wonder why at times, but it is. Yeah.
When's the cup? Is the cup this year? Or is it in 24?
Yeah, it's this year. It's like October or November because of it being in Qatar, the World Cup. Yeah.
Where is it this year?
Qatar. Yeah.
Qatar.
I think they won it. Yeah. Qatar, tomato. Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha, brother.
They actually just announced the 26 World Cup that's going to be over North America, and Gillette Stadium in my neck of the woods is going to be getting some games. So taking some appearances.
Yeah,
I'll show you my
great event to attend. Yeah, if you're nearby, it's the World Cup.
Right.
I went to a Cup game in Orlando in 1984.
That's awesome. Wow. Who did you see?
I seen it was a double header that day. I seen Mexico and Ireland, and it was Morocco and Belgium.
That's awesome.
That was the year Italy played Brazil, and they went to penalty kicks, and not one of them hit the goal one time. Brazil beat them 1-0, in penalties.
Yeah.
Oh, look who's here. Another Pub Sports Radio regular
Connor, what's
here.
happening?
Connor Mack. Look at here. What's up?
What's up, Bavano? I'm glad to join you, my guy. Doc,
Yeah,
how's
I
it
know.
going? Andrew, nice to meet you, my man.
Hey, how
High
you doing?
tense right now.
You came
Thanks
at
for
the
having me
right
on.
time. Huge intensity. And, this is such a pivotal moment in the series. 2-2 versus 3-1 is enormous, the difference.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I think 3-1. We're done here.
Yeah, we're done. This will be our last betcast if Colorado wins tonight, because I don't
Colorado,
think
yeah.
it's going to Game 7. I mean, the
No,
only betcast we've got after tonight is Game 7, if there is one next Tuesday. I don't think that's going to happen if Colorado wins.
Yeah, we got Ken in the chat here. When do injured players continue to play become a detriment?
Almost a giveaway there.
They are a detriment, but what fucking choice do you have? They're your best players. You got to ride them right through the end. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Everybody's going through bumps. And in this sport, there is not a single man on the roster of either of these teams that's totally 100% at this point. There's some little ailing, bump
They're
and
not complaining
bruise.
about it either.
Yeah. They don't bitch about it. They just play through it. And they don't want to bring it up. Even in the post game, did you see Draisaitl in the Edmonton series? And Nurse talking about his torn hip flexor that he played through against Colorado for Edmonton. He felt ashamed. He didn't want anybody to know about it. He's like, I don't want to talk about this. It's like, yeah, I had that, but it is what it is. No excuses. And it's unbelievable.
True.
Yeah, Draisaitl, he might as well have had a peg leg there in that final game. He was useless. Jesus Christ.
I mean, could you see him just trying to even get up off the ice, Andrew? It was terrible. I mean, he could barely do it.
It was hard to watch.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could have said that about Kadri tonight of, freaking not even 3 weeks out from surgery. Is he putting his team at a higher risk playing or, taking a roster spot of, someone that can at least go around and throw their weight around and play a half decent defensive game, where Kadri, definitely isn't known for his defensive prowess out there.
You don't think he is? I think he is. Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think he's a decent two-way player, but I think he contributes more on the offensive end.
These playoffs, his offense has been good. I think he's a great two-way player. I think he's a great face-off guy too. Face-offs, he's very good with that. Very good offensively. Can't deny that. 14 points in 13 games prior to tonight for Kadri. What did you bet, Connor, in this game before it started? Anything?
Yeah, I took Tampa first period, and I have them full game. So I almost thinking about hedging out, but I'm not a guy who hedges out too much.
Hedging's for gardeners. We always say that. Yeah.
Yeah, but Colorado looks a little juicier to take.
Yeah. Yeah, imagine in football if they had a shootout with exactly. The penalty shootout to win a soccer tournament in an elimination round. That's like, football. Let's do a field goal kicking competition. Whoever kicks the most field goals with the two kickers wins the Super Bowl. They would burn down Roger Goodell's house.
Yeah.
Never happened.
Well,
Seriously.
it should already be burned down, but
yeah.
Been down that road. Ask the Kansas City Chiefs about that shit.
Yeah.
And then it happened in New England too, didn't it? The following year.
Yeah. No, you're right. That's exactly what ended up happening here. But Tampa's got a little pressure going on right now. They got Colorado a little bit out of sorts right now, buzzing a little bit in the offensive zone. Let's see if Colorado can put this fire out right now. Oh, this is the best shift Tampa's had in a
long time.
Minutes. Yeah, they're really on the puck here, and that could have been cross-checking there on. I think Landeskog for Colorado got away with cross-checking there, but a couple of good. This Nick Paul, man, like he got injured the last game. You can't tell tonight. What an effort! Like he's been all over the puck tonight, everything but score for the Lightning. Yep, good save, Kemper. He puts an end to this.
Yeah, he might be getting the seventh player award, as we like to call it in Boston, the unsung hero.
Oh, he has been in these playoffs for Tampa Bay for sure. Nick Paul's had an outstanding Stanley Cup playoffs. He's put himself in a spot where he's going to get paid very well because he's a free agent in the offseason. Tampa can't fucking afford him, not with their salary cap hell.
Yeah, they're I'll have to pull up Cap Geek here, but I looked at it a few weeks ago for entertainment, and oh boy, they're in trouble.
We might be going to OT, and if we go to OT, it's another swig of Pink Whitney coming up. And a greater chance of me.
When you win championships, Andre, or excuse me, Andrew, it starts getting more expensive to field the team year after year, and then next thing you know.
Yeah, well, we got a whopping $1 million increase in the salary cap next year.
I was going to say the salary cap.
Yeah. Well, I got a cap geek up here. Well, we can talk about that when this period ends. I got 30 seconds here.
I've got I won't give it away. I've got less than 30 seconds. Let's put it that way. Shocker. Everybody on different feeds. It looks like we're going to have OT potentially. We're down to the last few seconds. This will be the second overtime game of this series. Game 1, of course, in Colorado went to overtime, which the Avs won 4-3.
A little icing with 4 seconds left. This could be interesting.
That's true. Exactly. Never say never. That's true. We've seen face-off goals with very limited time left. You saw 6 seconds, yeah. And there it is. That is the end of the third period. We've got overtime for the second time in this Stanley Cup final.
Love free hockey.
I don't know where I made this bet, but I made a bet. Tampa winning by 1 plus 493.
Wow.
Fuck. I just looked at I must have I don't know. I lost my regulation play plus 145, so I'm still alive on that one.
So we dropped the little 2-1 in the third period correct score. It ended 2. Yeah. 2. So
that falls drop at the wrong score.
Yeah, got the draw but the wrong score. 3-3 would have been nice instead of 2-2. So there it was. Yeah. All right, OT. We got to start looking at friggin' goal score props here, you guys.
Yeah, I'll bring up my app here, see what I got.
Let's see. We got to do. This is our lottery tickets. I've actually bet these in every single. Wow, Josh, great job. Josh in our chat had 2-2 correct score, 10-1. There you go. After regulation. So great job, great call.
Get the bag. Nice work.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love these lines. Plus 1,100, 1,150 for Kucherov.
Yeah.
Lehkonen 1,700. Makar 1,700. Whoo. That might get a few bucks.
All right. I'm looking at it right now. At the moment, we have. I'm just taking a look here. I'm going to go with Nichushkin. I am for Colorado. I knew I would be taking Nichushkin for Colorado. Big Val, 14-1. He's going to be my Colorado overtime goal scorer prop bet. And now the question is going to be, who is it going to be for Tampa?
Is Killorn hurt? They got him at plus 2,000.
Yeah, he's 20-1. Well, it's not that I don't know if he's hurt. He might be. Everybody's fucking hurt. Let's be honest. Everybody's hurt. Everybody's dinged up. Everybody's dealing with some shit right now.
He's played 20 minutes, so I think I'm going with Killorn for Tampa.
That's my buddy. He says he's hell bent that Killorn's going to finally score one of these times. Yeah,
I'm going with
Killorn.
Yep, Killorn for me, and I'm going to go Makar.
I'm going to go Nick Paul, Tampa Bay.
Ooh.
He just had a great chance just minutes ago. There you go. $20 on it will pay $440. 22-1 for Nick Paul.
Nicky Fish Tanks, what up?
Yeah, Nicky Fish Tanks, who's a big hockey fan, by the way. Nick loves his hockey. Boston Nick, yeah. Tricky Nicky Fish Tanks. Welcome. It's good to see you in the chat. Palat, we're still waiting on Palat to get a point. Hey, this would be the first game of the entire playoffs. Andre Palat doesn't get a point at home.
Plus 1,200.
Yeah. Yeah, he's 15-1. Yeah, 15-1 to get the goal here. Yeah. I wish you could bet point props in overtime. All you can bet is who's going to score. You can't bet anybody to get a point.
Well, that's smart.
Yeah.
They don't want to do that. Yeah, I don't blame them.
Yeah, they're just keeping it to goals here. That one's a little bit trickier. So that's what I'm going to lock in. We've got Big Val Nichushkin for Colorado, 14-1. Nick Paul, Tampa Bay, 22-1. That's what I'm going with. There's someone I was considering as well, but I ended up not going in that direction. It was for Tampa, I think it was. It was Cirelli at 19-1. I considered Cirelli, but I ended up going with FanDuel. Does FanDuel have points? FanDuel does have points, Noah? Holy shit.
Hey,
I should know that. I have access to FanDuel. I should know that. Yeah.
Do they?
I'm going to find out right now. Here we go. I'll bet some point props there if there are. I see overtime goal. I don't see points, though. I don't think. Let me see. No, I just see goal scorer at FanDuel right now. Let me see.
I bet you there's a book out there that has it, but I just never seen it.
No.
Really? For a team.
I just tossed one in for Ryan McDonough, plus 600. All right.
Ryan McDonough. Wow. How about that?
Hey, he's playing a lot still. He's got almost 24 minutes.
That's true.
We got Makar, Killorn, and McDonough on my picks.
Yeah, he's gonna get opportunity. You know that for sure. Here in the overtime, he's gonna get minutes. He's gonna get chances to score. We'll see if he's able to capitalize on that. See, it's funny. I do Morency and Cam Stewart's show. Usually I go on with them at 12:30 a.m. Eastern time, but that's still like an hour and a half away. Surely this overtime will not go that long.
No, you're good.
I would be stunned by that. I don't think we've had too many we haven't had too many triple, double overtimes here in these playoffs. We haven't had many at all. Most of them have been ending in the first overtime.
Matt Green in the chat. I do not have Kadri listed. There's any unlisted Colorado player plus 900 on Barstool Sportsbook,
which varies book to book. So I'm not even going to start to guess who would not be included in their list.
Yeah,
because there's some books that are different. They'll have one player that another book won't have, and they'll be unlisted instead. Kadri is playing tonight, Nick. Yes, Kadri is back. From his long absence with the thumb issue. He's actually played not bad, considering his thumb's fucked. He hasn't played that bad at all, in my opinion, tonight. All right, I'm going to post them on Twitter for those that are all right. Overtime goal score props. Here we go. Big Val. That's I don't even call him Valerie anymore. I just call him Big Val. It's more fun that way. Big Val Nichushkin plus 1,400 and Nick Paul.
Big Val.
Yep, Big Val. That's
there
right.
There used to be a wrestler called Big Val. Big Val.
Val Venus, I think it might have been. Yeah.
Val Venus. Yeah.
Yeah. Good old WWE days. Yeah.
Ladies.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That was the guy. Yeah.
Val he come out there gyrating his hips.
So there we go. Nick Paul and Big Val. That's what we're going with. Yeah, I remember that. That's when WWE was cool. Big Ragu. That's when it was good. It's absolutely terrible now.
That was what they called the Attitude Era back in the day. Let's see. All right, I'm going to swing long on mine. I'm taking maroon.
Whoo, what is that? Plus 10,000?
No, it was only 3,000. 31. And I'm going to take Makar. It's short, but I figure Colorado wins. It's either going to be him or Val. So
yeah,
Ian's got Val. I'll take Makar.
Yeah, Val and Makar. Yeah. Makar and Stamkos for Nick in the chat.
Yeah.
Maroon plus 50-1 on FanDuel. But he did score the last game. Crazier shit has happened. Helm at 50-1. Helm scored a third period game-winning goal earlier in the playoffs against St. Louis, the goal that won that series for Colorado. I'm only gonna have a few more swigs of this. You're right. This isn't as good after it's been out of the fridge for 20, 30 minutes and counting. Yeah. Got to keep that shit chilled, the Pink Whitney. Yeah.
They're going straight like that for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Got to keep it cold. That is good stuff. It's tasty though. I'll say that. It's tasty. Yeah.
Or you can sip that straight on the rocks anytime.
Yeah. So just a splash of club or on the rocks. Good to go.
Yep. I like the splash of club with it.
Yeah.
Cut it a little bit.
Yeah.
Hydration, of course.
Right.
Yes.
You gotta get your H2O.
Yep. The Long Island iced teas are always my go-to this time of year. I had one earlier today. 35 degrees.
That's a dangerous game.
Lime juice and the little the triple sec and the
Oh, the
vodka
white.
there. Yeah. And a little splash of Coke. Yeah. Dash of lemon. Great on a summer day. Like I would never have this kind of shit. Even the Pink Whitney in the winter, like when it's freezing cold. This is all summer drinks.
Oh yeah, you're not having a Long Island in February. I'll tell you that.
No, there's no way that's happening. No way.
It's big mudslide season over here in New England.
I think Vito's having a party. Vito was supposed to join us on the Betcast. He's having a party tonight for this game.
Nice.
Party at Vito's at fucking 5 a.m. in Latvia. What is it? 5 a.m. there?
Jesus. Those Europeans know how to party, man. I got a good friend in Sweden who's a diehard Caps fan, and during the playoffs, he'll be messaging me at 3, 4 in the morning.
Your time?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I love when they do that.
No.
Diehards.
That only happens to me when I'm on the West Coast.
Yep.
My guys back east will call me and say, "Hey, it's friggin' 2:00 in the morning, 2:30. What the hell are you doing?" Oh man, I thought it's 5:00, 5:30, because they get up early to start capping and shit. I'm like, I'm fucking sleeping.
Sam, I got Cologne with you. That's what I think's gonna happen. Good line.
I bet him to score the first goal early on in the game. I figured maybe he gets hot.
Yep.
Yeah, Killorn's gonna be he's got one more year.
All you people, everyone's saying Killorn. I hope for you guys. I hope but it's just this guy has like 15 games and counting without a goal. It's been a long time.
Ian, don't be surprised if Palat scores your guy.
Yeah, I'd love to see that because we got the point prop on Palat. Love to see that. We'd love it.
So I got Tampa's cap friendly up here, and they're not as much trouble as I thought. I mean, they definitely still need to. They got Palat and Paul are UFAs. Other than that, they don't have to do too much.
No.
23-24 is a different story, but. Jesus, Vasilevsky locked in until 27-28 at 9.5.
Wow. It's good to have that done, though. Yep.
I mean, for what he
hockey and baseball, all guaranteed money.
Yep. Yeah, he earns his 9.5. Is he the highest paying goalie, or do you think there's someone else out there? What's is Bob on that ridiculous contract? What was his, like 8 or 9?
Yeah, his was a shit ton. Bobrovsky, he's up there. Bobrovsky. Price is still getting paid the most. Price, goalie, Bob, and Vasi in that order. Average salary.
Let's see what Bob's is for entertainment.
Wow. Carey Price, 10.5 million average, and the guy is damaged and physically. He's had some mental, issues off the ice. Yeah, that's a tough ticket right there.
Yep.
If you're Montreal, that's tough to have that on the books.
Yeah. Bobrovsky locked in till 25-26 at 10 schmil.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Good luck, Florida.
That's going to bite them very soon.
Yeah. These are average. Yeah.
That was the worst contract.
Salary. Yeah. Bobrovsky. Yeah. For a guy that really hasn't really shown you much in terms of consistency. So the playoff time, he hasn't shown you a ton either.
No.
All right, let me just see here. Do we get hits from these two fucking guys tonight, Cruz and Modric, these two guys for the Pirates here? Yeah, we did. Okay, we got Modric, got a hit and 3 RBIs, so his total bases cashed in. I don't think it did for O'Neill Cruz. I'm telling you, O'Neill Cruz and Blyant Modric for Pittsburgh. They've called these two young studs up, the Pirates, this week. These guys are going to be good player props for like the next little while. They've injected some life into this Pirates lineup. They're good hitters, so take advantage of that.
Hey, Ian, when you told me it was 7-7 Cleveland, Minnesota, about a minute later it was fucking 10-7. Now it's top of the ninth. It's 10-8, and they got second and third with nobody out.
Yeah, I know. Emilio Pagan's maybe looking to blow this save for Minnesota right now. How is he a closer? Seriously, Emilio Pagan. He's been around to a bunch of teams. That's not exactly what I'd say is, tremendous closers material. Yeah.
Delay in the Washington game.
All right. The time has arrived. Oh, we got Weekend at Bernie's in the crowd, too. We got a Bernie cardboard cutout sitting behind a couple rows behind Jared Bednar. So Big Val and Nick Paul, that's who I went with. Here we go. OT, Colorado, Tampa. This is the most important goal of the series coming up. That can't be denied. Whoever scores it, it's the most important goal of the series because of what's at stake here. It's either 2-2 or 3-1. We've either got a series or we don't. That's pretty much how it stands right now. That's how significant this is.
All right. Hot take right now. Everyone go around. Who do we got for the win? Ian?
Oh, for the win, I can't say both. I got to say for the win. Well, I'm going to go Nichushkin. I want Colorado, and I've bet Nichushkin, so I'll say Big Val.
Connor?
How about you, Connor?
I don't get anybody on the Lightning. I didn't make a bet like you guys did, but I got some money on the Lightning.
Let's go Palat then in that case. Yep.
Palat's fine. Kucherov, whoever.
I got Maroon.
Yeah, I'm going Tampa. I want Killer.
Alex Killorn to break this. What a time to break this schneid. That's the stuff of legend. Alex Killorn on a double-digit goal-scoring drought. Going into this game, double-digit game goal-scoring drought, and he wins the overtime, gets the overtime winner in a pivotal game 4 to tie the series. That's like a fairy tale.
That's what dreams are made of in my sports book. I'll tell you that.
That's right. Colorado just had a couple really close-in looks on Vasilevsky, but nobody could get a real good, clear shot. Nichushkin sent it to the net, but it was a weak shot. Didn't really get much on it. Watch those turnovers. Bowen Byram just turned it over here to Nick Paul. Oh, and a big save. Wow, great save, Kemper. And that was Nick Paul, my Tampa Bay pick to win the game. That was a really good save by Kemper. That was definitely a point-blank, one-on-one chance goalie versus the guy shooting the puck, and he made the stop. It was a tough save, too.
Yeah, he came out and attacked that. That was a really nice save.
That's how you do it.
Play now.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Everybody's in different parts of the feed right now. Exactly. So that's why I'm going to hold off on any reaction to a potential goal right now. I'll say what's going on live as I see it if it's not a goal, but if it's a goal, I'll try to mute the reaction so that everybody can see it.
That is greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah. That I've learned to do over time. We got offside called. It's going to stop the play. Look at that. Everybody's on their edge of their seat here in the arena, too. You can see. No, this is absolutely enormous. Oh, look who's in the chat. John Massey. Wow, we haven't seen you in the chat for a while, my friend. Good to see you in the chat. We'll salute to that. John Massey's been in the chat and on our betcasts a lot throughout the course of the season. So good to see you. It's nice to see this final, by the way, on ABC as well, this Stanley Cup final.
Best thing ESPN's done all season.
Yeah.
They gave it the big spotlight because the NBA finals got the ABC treatment too. And now the Stanley Cup finals are as well.
What did Bettman come out and say? 5.2 billion in revenue this year, 5.6, one of the two. I can't remember exactly, but
so the TV revenue was just amazing for him. Yep. For the league too, but for him especially. Yeah.
As much shit as I want to talk about the ESPN broadcast this year, they're redeeming themselves by putting this on ABC.
That's true. And because look, it was a disgrace at times with NBC. NBC did a nice job with their presentation, but when it's on CNBC in the playoffs, who the fuck is going to notice it?
Yeah, nobody gave a shit.
CNBC, MSNBC, these chump networks, USA Network. I mean, good Lord. I mean, good luck letting people see your product.
Right.
And NBC Sports Network, which isn't even around anymore because it was doing so well. Like, thank goodness they had the NHL, because really other than that, they had Atlantic 10 tournament basketball once a year in March. And other than that, they had like delayed horse racing, delayed soccer, car shows. It was just a disaster on that network.
I mean, that might have kept the lights on for the last couple of years there. Yeah. It was ugly.
Yeah.
During the pandemic.
And then all it took was to get back on ESPN ABC, and you got Scott Van Pelt doing friggin' like hits on the NHL throughout the playoffs and interviews with players and all this after the game. Yeah.
Yeah, he's really been a great proponent for growing the game, which I think overall, like, I watched the what's the show they run down? Pardon my take. Anytime those guys talk about the NHL, it's fucking disgraceful.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty rough. Because they got to jump in and all of a sudden talk about something that they just have no acumen about.
Yeah.
At all. Yep.
No knowledge. Don't watch it. It's just like, I guess we have to mention it once.
Yep. Yeah, there it is. 10. Oh, it's 11-10 Cleveland. What a comeback. Holy shit.
Took the lead. Wow.
But there's still a bottom of the ninth to go. That's a crazy baseball game.
There's been some wild games lately.
Yeah. No lead is safe. Yeah, 11-10 now, Guardians. Yeah. God, I still got to get used to that. Guardians and Commanders in those two sports, that's the best we could come up with.
What a joke.
Guardians, Washington Commanders, yeah.
All right, just saw the chat. Woo-woo, Kenny Woo, cycling and cornhole. I'm sure he's referring to NBC Sports.
Yeah, NBC Sports Network just didn't have any big events. And hockey was their, like, meal ticket.
Yeah.
But they didn't have anything, literally, other than that.
Yeah, and the golf coverage, too, is pitiful.
Yeah. No doubt about that. Oh, there was a good chance. Oh, man. Shushkin had a chance just now, and he couldn't get a shot away. But he was busting on net, and it was a good stick check right at the last minute for Tampa Bay there. Oh, O'Connor, breakaway chance for Colorado. Oh, stopped by Vasi. Huge save. Man. No disrespect to Logan O'Connor, but if that's someone else, that might have been a better shot on goal or better test of Vasilevsky than it was. Holy shit, there was a shot off the faceoff just now. I could have sworn that deflected off the post. That close for Colorado, right off the faceoff. Wow. I think that deflected and hit the post. Holy shit, that was that close. And sometimes those are the kind of goals that go in. Now, this definitely hit the post.
Oh, that definitely hit post.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow, that close for Colorado. Oh. This is exciting. This is tense, folks. This is absolutely tense right now. Regardless of who you're cheering for, this is as tense as it gets, because especially for Tampa, actually probably a little bit more for Tampa, because it's so much more important for them to win this one. And there he is, Julian Brisebois, pacing in the GM box for Tampa Bay. He knows it, how important this is. It's anybody's game still.
I feel like Colorado's got the edge here, though, so far in overtime.
Yep. No, Colorado's had the better play, better chances. They've had a couple shots, and like I say, 2 deflections and a post for Colorado, or else this could already be a win for them right now. Brandon Hagel, how's he done? He seems like I keep waiting for him to get going for Tampa Bay. I took his props again tonight, but he's been pretty quiet, so I assume he's got 0 or 1 shots. 0 shots or 1.
Let's see.
Yeah, he's got no shots on goal.
Nothing.
Doesn't surprise me at all. He's been very, very quiet tonight.
+1, 18 minutes.
Yeah. And he started I don't know if he's been demoted since then, but I think he had started the night on the second line. So it's definitely he's getting minutes, at least initially. And 5 shots now for Makar. So he went over his shots on goal. McKinnon's got 7. Lehkonen with 2. Nichushkin's got 4. So he's gone over his points prop now, or his shots prop now.
And if there's one thing overtime does, it pretty much gets you your shots.
I know that overtime is a beautiful thing for over shots on goal, player props, no doubt.
What do we got for an official clock?
I have 13:20 left in overtime right now. Yep.
I'm 13:40, so I'm 20 behind.
Yeah, that's good. It's nice to know 20 seconds. So I got to count that in my head when the goal happens. Don't react for 20 seconds after the goal.
Trust me, if Killer scores, you're gonna know on my end. That's for fuck sure.
Yep. Well, by then, it's okay because everybody will have seen it.
Yeah.
But you react, so it's all good. It'll be fine. Yeah. This is something, though. I mean, wow. I mean, this is tense. I should see what the advanced numbers are. Yeah, the advanced number. Tampa Bay is actually ahead in expected goals, 2.56 to 2.18. In high danger chances, it's 11-8 Tampa Bay. They're playing a solid game tonight.
Yeah, I think from the Colorado standpoint, you got to be happy with Kemper's performance tonight, regardless of what happens here.
Yep. He's made some big saves. Like I say, the Hedman goal, that's water under the bridge now. But, it was, I think, a goal he could have stopped, but he's made big saves since then. So he's kind of washed that away. And Vasilevsky, we're not concerned about him. Remember, they made him look. They made the whole team look bad with the 7 goals in Game 2, and since then he's been great.
I mean, the fact that he didn't pull him in that game is just. I mean, you got to give Cooper a lot of credit for having, I don't know, a good relationship, trust. I don't know what you want to call it, but I think 99% of coaches in the NHL would have been pulling him before then.
Yeah. Colorado's doing a nice defensive job too in this overtime so far. Tampa Bay just hasn't had much attack time in the offensive zone. Man, this is just amazing how I think the over saves prop for both goalies is going to get there. I think it actually has gotten there, or it's about to. No, it's actually 32.5 for Vasilevsky And Colorado's had 32 shots, so he's made 30 saves. It's not there yet for Vasi. Vasi needs 3 more saves for it to be over 32.5 saves. Oh, there's Nichushkin out on the ice again. Colorado, good shift going on here. What a chance. Oh, my gosh. Holy fuck. That was a wide open net for, I believe it was Bowen Byram here, and he hits the crossbar. Holy shit. That net was gaping. It was a yawning fucking cage.
Unbelievable. That's going to bite him in the ass. That could be a make or break player.
Yeah, Joe Sakic, oh fuck indeed. His reaction in the GM box for Colorado.
Holy fuck.
Holy shit. What a chance. That's now 2. That's like 2 or 3 posts now or either a post or a crossbar 3 times in this overtime, I think, now for Colorado. Wow. And you know how sometimes this works. All those chances, no goals, Tampa comes back down. Yep.
Been there, done that.
Yep. It's funny how often it works that way, but still, Colorado keeps on pressing. I mean, a good show for them. I mean, they're not deflated. They keep on coming after it.
Yeah, Tampa really hasn't got settled in the zone here at all throughout this overtime.
Oh, that was a good save by Kemper. Hagel had a pretty good chance, good release, and a good save there. Kemper's not blinking either, though, right now.
He's confident. He's attacking the puck. I mean, that save, he was a foot off the crease there.
Yes.
That's when you know you.
Yeah, that's when you know a goalie's, in a good groove right now. He's got confidence. He's got belief. Hey, I can make these saves. I agree. Avs look faster to the puck, but if the puck doesn't go in, all it takes is one chance for Tampa. But, I don't like the way the flow of the play is going for Tampa Bay. I mean, Colorado has had better of the play in OT in the first 10 minutes. There's no question.
Killer's out there. He's hunting. He wants a goal. I can feel it.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. Vasi got very, very lucky there with the crossbar, but hey, all that matters is it's still going.
2 posts or 3 posts so far this overtime.
All right, save Vasilevsky, and this is the first whistle after the halfway mark, so they're going to scrape the ice, clean the ice off, and keep going for the last. I like that they do that because the ice gets chopped up. You don't want a cheap, fluky, bouncing puck goal going in. And at least if you clean the ice surface a little bit halfway through the overtime, you lessen the chance of that happening.
For sure. And I'm sure they take great care of the ice down there, but Tampa in June, I don't care how cold you make that ice. It's not going to be pristine.
No, not a good combination to have good ice. No question. Let me see. Again, I think Vasilevsky's saves was over 30, over under 32.5.
Yeah. Kemper's at 37 here, and Vasilevsky's at 32 right now, according to NHL.com.
Yeah, 34 shots, 2 have went in. So it's always 34 shots minus 2 that have went in. So, 32 saves for Vasi. Oh, they got him at 33 now.
Oh, wow.
So that means the over's cash, this is a bad beat for our guy. I think Topher on the show today said under 32.5, which would have cashed if it was no overtime.
Yeah. They got the graphic up here now, 37-33, so that makes it official.
Yeah. It's tough. Oh, that looks like Big Show in the crowd, although it's not. It's someone with a lightning bolts coming from their eyes, but it looks like Big Show. Big guy, bald head. Looks like our guy Big Show. Yeah. Except that guy looked angry and mean and really, really like Big Show's a tame, very calm cool, collected, nice guy. Yeah. Big difference. As a Ranger fan, what is good ice? That's pretty funny, John. That is, yeah. Ranger fans don't know, or Rangers don't always know good ice. Madison Square Garden, that can get pretty bad at times.
Yeah, I mean, even in Boston too.
Yeah.
I got the pleasure of playing in a state finals in high school, and I reffed the state finals 10 years later.
Yep.
And I'll tell you, that ice was just shit.
Yeah.
And that was in March.
Yeah, exactly. The heat, the warmer weather at the time.
What about
was that, Doc?
Gardens back in the day?
Yeah.
The parquet floor.
Hey, it's impressive how quickly they can turn that place over. It's really, really, it's something to see. They'll do time lapses of it every once in a while, and it's incredible what they can do with these arenas and turning them to concerts and basketball and hockey all in the same week.
I remember the old Celtics game when they used to play in Boston Gardens. They didn't have air conditioning in the building.
Oh, that must have been a cesspool.
Back when Jabbar, what's his name? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was playing.
Kareem Abdul, yeah. Yep.
They used to hate going over to play Larry Bird and those guys. They loved it, though.
There was definitely some home court advantage there, that's for sure. Did you see during the
all the banners they have
during the finals this year, the Golden State was complaining that they thought the hoop was too high, and they ended up measuring it. It was actually 2 inches too high.
Oh, no shit.
Oh my God, I can't believe they didn't score.
That's unbelievable. I was just waiting for you guys to see that. That's unreal. That puck stayed out for Colorado just now. Right now, it's literally everything but score for them.
Vasi got his leg on it and kicked it out and basically put it on Colorado's stick right in the freaking crease. Holy shit.
Wow. Yeah, now it is all Avs right now.
I mean, if the Avs don't win this, it would be the biggest shock.
What the fuck just happened?
Yeah, what's Byram all mess? Byram just went to the ref and now they're celebrating? What the fuck just happened? Well, it looks like none of us have a clue.
Oh my gosh, that's in. Holy fuck, that's in. That's game over. Colorado's won in overtime. Yeah, that's under the. That's yeah. That's in. That's in.
Yep, that's all. Holy shit! Oh, it's stuck under the fucking net.
Yeah. Wow.
Goddamn Kadri with a fucking
Nazem fucking Kadri back now.
Surgically repaired thumb, putting it fucking top titty where grandma hides the cookies.
That's like Gary Thorne's call from like 2003. It was.
Man, I wish
regarding Paul Correa. Yeah.
Wish I put some safety bets on for any other player not listed.
Yeah. Wow. Nazem Kadri. Yeah. Unbelievable there. How about that? Nobody knew it was in right away. The puck was wedged. It was wedged like it was just stuck, and under the bar, and it was stuck to that like white strip that's there.
Yeah, I just saw Byram sprinting to the ref, but I still had no idea.
Little wrist flick upstairs.
And then Stamkos realizes, oh shit, that's one of the damnedest goals you'll ever see. Because even Stamkos like, oh shit, that's the puck up there, and he's like, oh god damn, we lost the game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's hilarious. Like the puck's just wedged there, stuck.
I mean, the two guys, Kadri and whoever that is in the slot there, I mean, they don't even react to it.
Yeah, Nazem Kadri off the floor on the board. Yeah. Like Gary Thorne called it in 2003 with Korea. Yeah.
Real deal prime. Yeah, the better team won. Colorado utterly dominated that overtime.
Yeah.
I don't think Tampa had even one kind of sustained pressure throughout that overtime.
Wow. Big Ragu, my not condole. Nobody died, but sorry to see what happened there. Yeah.
Oh, that's all right.
You're still a little bit in shock there, just how it ended that way. Crazy, weird goal. Nobody knew it was in right away.
That was crazy, man.
Absolutely insane. Yep. Wow. Kadri, and that's great for me because I actually took Kadri to score.
There you go.
And Kadri to get a point minus 140 and to score plus 200. So happy to see that.
We got Florian in the chat. $5 on Kadri. That must have been a nice payday. What did you get for a line there?
Yeah, exactly. That would have been a very good payday, no doubt. Just wow. I'm a little speechless after that. It was just crazy. But Tampa looked gassed. Yeah, there's no doubt. Tampa Bay was just hanging on, hoping that they'd survive and that eventually, there'd be an opportunity for them to find the back of the net. Didn't happen.
Yeah, Tampa's forwards did nothing, and Tampa's D was just in survival mode. There was nothing productive happening out there. No. And I mean, really, in Vasilevsky, outside of the post, made a couple great saves. That toe save, when there was a scramble in front.
The game should have been over a half hour ago.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We all just stayed up past our bedtimes.
Exactly right. We did. Just incredible. Wow. What an absolutely crazy finish. Nobody knew it was in right away. And Colorado, how about Nazem Kadri? What a story he's written. That's now 15 points and 14 playoff games. And in his first game back from a significant thumb injury that required thumb surgery, he scores the overtime winner in Game 4 and gives Colorado a 3-1 series lead. Just a icing on the cake, maybe, for what's been an incredible playoffs for Nazem Kadri for Colorado. All right, we're going to wrap it up here with final thoughts before we, say goodbye. Some final thoughts from everybody. We thank everyone for joining us. Hit the like button on the way out. We're wrapping it up here on the Betcast for a thrilling, intense Game 4, really from start to finish, and the first under in the series. So those that had the guts to take the under, well done. You deserve credit. Was that you, Andrew? I think you liked the under.
That's my one thing that's pretty much hit tonight.
There you go. Congrats, the under. As finally we don't have an over cash for the first time in this series. But we'll start with you, Andrew. Final thoughts. Put a wrap on the night for us.
Yeah, well, what I said at the beginning of the game, I think the goaltender showed up tonight. Both of them put on a great performance. Both are tracking well. I think from both team standpoints, I think especially Colorado, almost a little bit of relief, going back home to Colorado, bring Tampa back up to altitude. And I don't see Tampa doing much here. I think Avalanche are going to be wrapping this one up here. I would be shocked if Tampa could extend this any further. I think between the travel, going up for the altitude, and just years of excessive games, I think we might be finally seeing a tired Tampa team.
You're right about that. They look like they got to go to Denver, the thin air, the altitude, and they already looked a little fatigued and worn down at the end of this overtime game, and you wonder if that's the last straw. They got the hearts of champions. They are going to go down blocking every shot they can, just like they did tonight, just like they've done all playoffs. But how much is left for the Lightning? We're going to find out Friday night, Game 5. Must win, facing elimination here and facing the end potentially of this great run to try to win 3 consecutive Stanley Cups in a row. Doc, Big Ragu, fun to have you on the Ice Guys Betcast for the first time.
Every minute of it. My little take was basically, Tampa trying to hang on, I wouldn't say come out and try to steal this one, but just basically, keep it close like they wanted to do, but it worked in Colorado's favor. Like the better team won tonight, better skating, better, forecheck and offensive zone play, the whole 9. Now they go back to Colorado. They can kind of take a breather, so to speak, but I don't think they do. I think Colorado comes at them hard and tries to end it early out there. So it was a nice run for Tampa for the 2 years, almost, try to get the back to back to back. But hey, it ain't over till the fat lady sings, but more likely stick a fork in it. It's done.
Yeah, exactly. You never say that's the part of me. It's still Tampa Bay. You never say it's done. It's done, and I won't say it's done, but it's looking very bleak.
Yeah.
It's a big uphill
Don't look
climb.
good.
Yeah, it's a big uphill climb.
It'll be be interesting to see if we see a Braden Point come out for Game 5.
Desperation, right? That they got to win the game. Does Braden Point? If Braden Point makes the final decision, not doctors, not John Cooper, not anybody but him, he's going to play Friday night, no doubt, because that's the kind of guy he is. But at the same point in time, he's got to make sure he's fit enough, well enough to be able to suit up for Game 5 on Friday night. All right, before we wrap it up, I just want to say, because this could be, and to be honest, I think this will be our last betcast of the season, because I don't think we're going to end up with a Game 7. So if we don't, this is our last betcast. And we want to thank everybody who's joined us on the streams, on the betcast all season long, those that have tuned in on and watched the betcast all season long on YouTube, regular season betcasts, and all of our playoff betcasts. We appreciate it. Can't do it without you guys. Hit the like button on the way out. We appreciate it. We will have a pre-recorded show tomorrow, me and a special guest, David Norris. Tomorrow, we're going to have our next live show Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. We'll break down Game 5, what very well could be the final game of the NHL season. Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern. And again, if there's a Game 7, our next betcast will be next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern for Game 7. But great stuff. We thank everyone for joining us. Andrew Parent, thank you very much. Big Ragu, my good friend, long time. Amazing betcast. Lots of fun. Hope everybody enjoyed the game. Cash some winners along the way. Ian Cameron, great night with the great game to watch here in Game 4. Thanks to everyone for joining us. Good night. And we will see you again tomorrow on the Ice Guys, presented by the Hockey Podcast Network. Good night, everybody.
Good night.